Welcome to the CPAP Games live from the Hayes bedroom. It's another eventful night, Bruce.
It sure is, Ron. Steve has been flailing everywhere, struggling with his CPAP.
His wife, Michelle, is as tense as a fiddle string, trying to contain her rage.
Michelle's rolling Steve over.
There he goes, and the mask is off. Oh my, the snoring.
Michelle throws an elbow, now a shove.
As she's leaving for the couch, taking her place is the Hayes' 100-pound lab. Bask in that dog breath, Steve.
With all this struggle, Steve should get Inspire.
Absolutely, Bruce. Inspire is a sleep apnea treatment that gives you comfortable, restful sleep with the click of a remote. That's right, a button. As you sleep, Inspire keeps you breathing normally and sleeping peacefully. There's no mask and no hose. Just sleep.
Learn more at InspireSleep.com. That's InspireSleep.com.
Inspire, sleep apnea innovation. Inspire is not for everyone. Talk to your doctor to see if it's right for you and review important safety information at InspireSleep.com.
What's up? It's your boy, the Ted Smith. Thanks for listening to the Men's Room Daily Podcast. Want more? Check out the greatest podcast in all the land, The Podcast. Be sure to subscribe and listen to a brand new episode every Tuesday night.
Unfortunately, what you're about to hear is real. The members of this radio program are simply not that bright, or what some people would call educated. They are merely stupid. They're not trying to offend anyone on purpose. And all have played doctors on TV. You have been warned and are cordially invited to join the party. This is the Men's Room.
Forget it, man, and get with the countdown. Get with the countdown. Shake this square world and blast off for Kicksville. The trippers, the grasshoppers, the hip ones, all gathered in secrecy and flying high as a kite.
This is the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill. You know what they say, shake your radio more than 3 times, and you're playing with it. You're listening to the Men's Room.
Hello, here we go. Welcome to season 17, episode number 3729. Along with Steve the Thrill Hill, the Ted Smith, and my car. And Jim, part of the Men's Room. On tap today, once again, we play Big Dummy. Ted's Meat and Potatoes has red flags that show a restaurant is low quality. We will play Profile This, plus headlines, Men's Room Shot of the Day, funnable listener emails, and everyone's favorite, TV Time with Ted. Click, clack. Drink it and drunk. All right, here we go. New York man who did not realize family member ordered a pizza pulls a gun on the delivery man. Meanwhile, we stay in New York as a order of cold fries leaves a McDonald's employee in hospital using a bedpan. Not my day. Florida woman with open bottle of Jack takes golf carts on the highway. Kangaroo in Australia, still not found, has obviously lost his way. And the London Zoo puts a handbag on display. Also, they inquired about my wallet. That is all coming on today's very special episode of The Men's Room.
And now, here's the question.
Hola, bitches. Good day to you and yours. All right, today is the day that we play Big Dummy, the game show that rewards you for your stunning ignorance. And here's how it works. You call us, we spin the category wheel. Thank you.
I'm here.
I know, man. It's all of us drag a little bit. Yep, I'll forget. Yep. We spin the category wheel, and then we will ask you a question from that category. But here's where Big Dummy separates itself from your average, more reputable game show. We will continue to ask you questions until you get one right. Because, as always, we want you to leave here smarter than you showed up. Now, so far this year, our biggest dummy has been the lovely and talented Danny, who thought the word motif was dental insurance and found a way to answer 16 consecutive questions wrong. Can you do better? Of course you can. So give us a call, and off we go on Big Dummy. Big contest and play Big Dummy. Call 206-421-ROCK. Like the Men's Room on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Men's Room Live. And send your emails to the Men's Room at KISW.com.
Wendy's home-style French toast sticks are so sweet and crispy, some are saying they're better than Mom's breakfast.
Did you say Wendy's French toast sticks are better than mine?
No, Mom. Some people are saying that. Not me, even if I am thinking it. Choose Wendy's home-style French toast sticks.
And participating U.S. Wendy's during breakfast hours.
The debauchery rolls on. You're listening to the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill. 99.9 KISW.
Oh, Michelle's away we go. Welcome to season 17, episode number 3,729. What a large and in charge program we have for you today. On this lovely fall day, a guaranteed future repeat. That is a fact. Enjoy the rain. Well, football season, the leaves are starting to fall, you know. The time of the year, isn't it?
Except the kids are still home.
Yeah.
That's a problem.
It's August.
It was raining. It was cool. I was like, I want to take a nap.
I wore my August jacket.
Yes.
I had to wear my shell today coming in. But I told Mike, I've lived in the Northwest too long. Like, I walked in, was taking my hat off, like, ooh, it's raining.
I like it.
Yeah,
exactly. Big show for you today. Head chef is back. Ted's Meat and Potatoes. Red flags that show a restaurant is low quality.
Correct.
It used to be we would just look in the city paper, the Stranger, whatever. And they would say,
right.
Here are 10 places in Seattle you should absolutely not step foot in.
Right.
Now, and you can never really judge a book by its cover. A lot of the time.
Sure you can.
Well, some of the best
They put
food-
a lot of work and time. They pay people to design covers for books. You know why?
They do.
Because they want you to judge the book by the cover, man.
Okay. Sometimes you can't
That's a
see.
dumb thing.
Sometimes you can't see in that kitchen.
You don't want to.
If a health inspector came in, you might have a sign in the front door that says, "Hey, they pass with flying colors." There's other places, you know, that has the same exact look about it, and they do not.
Correct.
You know, there used to be a spot here in Seattle, close to where we worked, and it was a teriyaki joint.
Yeah.
Correct. And they did not do real well on the ratings. Now, granted, they had like an old shower curtain in between the main dining area.
Nobody was
and the
surprised
kitchen.
they didn't do well.
No, it was not an attractive looking place as far as when you went in there, right?
It wasn't false advertising. Like, you know, we're serving you slop, but our slop is delicious. Ignore the whisker in your wand.
Truth be told, food was not bad at all.
No.
It was
I
fine.
still went.
It was fine. Now, conversely, if we walked 2 or 3 blocks down the road, there was
there's places closer than that, Miles, that have the highest
Great
clean rating.
They suck.
Oh, without question.
The taste of disappointment.
Yes, exactly. Oh, well, yeah,
Right?
they are clean. There is no trace of seasoning anywhere on the floor or any salt or...
There's no flavor there. It's impossible
Yes,
they did something wrong.
Yes, the sign says, sorry, we're open.
Yeah.
But there was a place like 2 or 3...
Too lazy to go anywhere else.
Right.
Get in here.
We're close.
Yeah, we'll mess up a breakfast set. We mess up peanut butter and jelly. It was probably 3 blocks down the road.
Tried to bite through bacon with the consistency of a human tongue?
Yeah.
No? Well, we have it.
But you guys remember the same exact kind of looking spot, which was in the old Greyhound bus terminal.
Yeah.
So they had a banh mi place in there. Now, on the outside looking in, with terracotta Mexican tile, you know, your typical banh mi spot for, you know, Vietnamese
Traditional
food.
Korean Mexican.
No, they opened up a new location, which is fantastic. It's beautiful. It's brand new. That was an older location, but from the outside looking in, you would think, oh, man, what am I doing in a Greyhound bus station ordering a sandwich?
It smells like pee.
Correct. There was more to it than that.
But people are like, I'm telling you, the sandwich is great. I'm like, right, but it smells like pee.
It was
man.
like $3.50 for this big ass sandwich.
Right, and the restaurant was great. I'm glad they finally, the Greyhound bus station closed, because they couldn't do anything about Greyhound people.
It's like 7-Eleven. It's not their fault.
No.
A lot of the times,
their slogan.
You can
we're open.
Yeah.
It's not our fault. We're sorry about who you met in the parking lot.
Yeah.
We swear to God, we don't hire them.
Right, it's open 24 hours. Right. You're going to see those people.
And as far as low quality goes, I think you know when you taste it.
For sure.
But there are other signs or other tells, I guess.
Well, and some things on this list, look, people aren't going to want to hear. And there's a couple things on there that I'm like, they're not wrong, but I don't mind those restaurants either.
Okay, all right, fair enough.
I will tell you this. If you walk into a restaurant and you can look into the kitchen and you see the guy that is cooking is wearing a tank top and actively smoking a cigarette, it's going to be good. Right. I mean, you might not want to see that, but dude, you're going to eat the best food you have ever eaten in your life.
Bless you.
Right?
Yes.
I go to New Orleans.
That's a fact.
I'm like, I think he's actually smoking a cigarette.
I'm telling you.
Sucking my
I went to a party when I was like 18 or 19. There was a guy there that was much older. Right. He told us about he used to be in a gang called the S-Heads.
What?
Correct. Right. Okay. So it's this wild story. But I had told my mom the story. So then there's a diner in College Park called the College Park Diner. And we go in there, and the food's delicious. And I look at the guy working the grill, and I go, Mom, he's in the S-Heads.
Oh, was that guy?
Oh, right. And she goes, you got to ask him. I go, I know. I'm like, hey, man, back in the 80s, were you in a gang called the S-Heads? He's like, sure was, man. Still talking about it. Right? So you're right. Like, he couldn't have been shadier, but the food was delicious.
Would you go to that racist barbecue place in
I would.
South Carolina, North Carolina?
They're racist.
Maurice's?
And I would go.
Yeah. Maurice's, how can you be racist if your name is Maurice?
Not that I've thought about it, but...
Is it a white Maurice?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I wish you asked him that on the phone. He'd be so upset.
Oh, he'd throw you out.
No way.
That's what I'm saying. It's so odd because I think over the years, I think
racists are good cooks, though. So.
But I think our friend Lindsay that lives there, like, I think they finally got him to take down the KKK stuff and everything. But I mean,
God!
I remember being in there.
Right, it's
but
like
there was black people in there too.
Okay,
that's how good the barbecue joint was. But I always felt terribly uncomfortable. But yet we all had this secret agreement of like the barbecue's too good.
I know gay people that go to Chick-fil-A. They're like, I know, but goddamn, the chicken's good.
Is it called the Piggy Park?
That's it.
Yeah.
All right.
So I think over the years, finally, or he died, and they were like, all right.
Take it down.
The barbecue recipe's great, but we can't have his legacy. It's not helping.
No, not at all.
All right.
Columbia, South Carolina.
Oh, all right. Okay. Oh, my God, it's on the bottle.
Exactly.
Jesus. All right. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, he had that stars and bars going for years.
You don't mess around.
I mean, you can hear my nervous laughter. So I'm like, God, it's so racist, but it is so good.
He pulled the hood off before it got popular to do it.
Right.
And
Pioneer.
And I'm pretty sure he almost invented that mustard-based style of barbecue in South Carolina.
He was one of the few.
I keep going.
He came out way
so good.
He came out as a racist way before everybody else. This guy is amazing.
He's the best thing that's happened to their business.
Black people, I hate you, but get some of my barbecue. It's that good. It's so good, you'll ignore the fact that I hate you.
You know he's right.
This guy's so happy for Uber Eats. Because now people don't have to walk into that restaurant and look racist.
Get their license plate photographed.
Anyhow, red flags on restaurants.
Sure. Oh, what else we got coming up for you today? We'll head on exclusively on over to the Odyssey app for the Men's Room Happy Hour. Oh, man, get ready for episode number 219 today. We've got a good one for you as we play Big Dummy every Thursday. We like to do a little dirty Big Dummy. Mm-hmm. As far as our Men's Room Happy Hour, today we're going to do one is not the name of an actual porn star. I'm going to give you an example. You see if you can figure it out.
Okay.
Do not Google this before we play the game.
All right.
Play at home.
I wouldn't.
The name of the person, the name of the female porn star is Rhoda Man. Rhoda Man. Is that a porn star?
I'm saying yes.
Okay.
I hope it is.
Rhoda. Sexy name. Rhoda.
Yeah. All right.
My name is Rhoda.
One more.
I do freaky things.
One more. Oh, come on, Blue Angels.
Oh, I knew it was going to happen as soon as we started the show.
Come on, man.
I went right by there. It was awesome.
Goddamn Harlem Globetrotters.
The Harlem Globetrotters of the military. The Blue Angels, ladies and
For the record, a lot of the Globetrotters were college players.
I know that.
I understand Miles was right. They are like the Harlem Globetrotters of the United States military.
Not that they can't play hoops.
Right. We know you can fly.
You just don't want to put them in active combat.
Right. They do cool stuff.
They can't even play in the NBA Summer League. You know what I mean? But they do. I mean, I don't think a Globetrotter could play NBA basketball, right?
Honestly, I think some of them got very close.
Okay. Well, yes, obviously.
Close. And I think the Angels, some of them might have been combat pilots first.
I'm sure they were.
Then you graduate to be, all right, they're the Globetrotters.
It's like taking the dog to the farm.
That's all. They're the Globetrotters. And it's cool. I like the Globetrotters.
Like if you want to retire, man, that's what you do. Like you just, fly around cities and buzz things, I know they're skilled pilots, don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
Harlem Globetrotters can do all kinds of crazy tricks.
But that's why you like them, because you see the tricks.
Shots, they can spin the ball, man. They bounce balls off people's head. Not even looking, man. Behind the back passes, all the stuff. All the street ball stuff.
That's the Blue Angels. If you had like your own street plane, you would do what they do, right?
No combat plane's going to do a loop-to-loop, and
right.
Have you seen Top Gun?
I haven't seen the
right, obviously that's a movie. But
yeah. Have you seen the new one?
I'm not.
I have not either. Okay.
They were trained by the Blue Angels, though.
Yeah. So, Dirty Big Dummy coming up. And we're going to ask you one.
What about Blue Angel? Is that a real porn name?
Blue Angel sounds like
in the Smurf world, yeah.
How about this one? Willie Dewar. Is that an actual porn star? One is not an actual porn star. Coming up, you don't have the odds. Yeah, by the way, download it. It's absolutely free. Then what you want to do is search for the Men's Room Happy Hour channel. From there, favorite will go live Monday through Friday at 6 o'clock for more Men's Room and the Men's Room Happy Hour coming up. And today is the day of the game when we play the game known as Big Dummy. You're either on Team Sober versus Team Not Sober. We'll spin the big wheel. So far, our biggest dummy, that would be Danny. It took Danny 16 questions.
And good news.
Right. Yes.
She's on the line. Yeah.
Oh, is she really? Danny, you're already champion. You know,
you are the champion.
I mean, what are you going to do? Be dumber?
Right.
I mean, you want to be dumber? Is that the idea? I don't get it. Anyway, every time we do play the game known as Big Dummy, we like to do a little Men's Room poll. Now, the last time, we offered a lifetime supply of your favorite brand of whatever it is if you did one of four things. You disowned your family, you broke up with your significant other, you gave up social media, or you ran a marathon. So if you did any of those four things, then you would get a lifetime supply. If you want cigarettes, whiskey, weed, whatever it was, beer, that would be your choice.
I can't tell you the exact order, but I can promise you this. Of that list, run a marathon is the last I do.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I just nope, sorry. I'm not running a marathon.
Believe it or not, the 5% at number 4, most of you said you would not want to break up with your significant other for a lifetime supply of whatever.
Okay.
Bottom line is, they're probably going to break up with you in a couple of years anyway. You just don't know it yet.
So mad at yourself.
You can't see the light at the end of the tunnel yet, but it's more than likely going to happen. So, I mean, like, and now you're going to go like, oh my God, it's like Vincent Price. Could have made 20 grand. Now I don't have a lifetime supply. Jesus, guys.
Oh no, that one already passed, Ed.
All right. Blue Angels.
I've been doing this for 18 years.
They needed the money.
I know. They've already passed by the time I hear the noise. Where are they?
We got to invite up to the 32nd floor to watch them. Problem is, it's so cloudy today, we just can't see them coming in.
No, we just get to hear them.
You know what I mean? But that's kind of the bummer. You normally see them on the horizon and get ready.
And it's cool.
Yeah, I like it. Cutting in at number 3, you said 9% said you would disown your family for a lifetime supply of your favorite brand.
Come on.
Surprisingly, 32% of you said, hey, I would train and run a marathon to be able to do that. That would be a hell of a goal. I mean, it would suck.
I like that one because you're right. It's a crazy goal that I would never do on my own, but it's like, all right, and I get a lifetime supply of something I want.
I can't remember what, I believe it's, man, Castle told me the cycle, because I didn't do I trained for a half marathon, not a full marathon. I want to say when you're training for a full marathon, maybe your worst training run is 18 to 20 miles. You never get to that point. You just figure once you get that far, you can keep pushing it, I believe. So I don't think you ever have to run. You only have to run that far one time.
I'll tell you right now, brother. You tell me I'm at mile marker 18, I'm done.
Well, yes.
But, I mean, cool for me. I can't imagine making that a goal. I want to do that.
Well, that's on a training run. And the number one thing that you said you would give up for a lifetime supply was you'd give up social media. That would be 54% of you.
Well,
yeah. Come on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you could say that you would give
But I'm out there pounding the pavement.
Okay.
Miller. Yeah. Light. Miller.
I'll be choked out. My Marlboro's looking at you.
This week we have, based on just how nice it is outside, we're in the middle of summer and everything. I mean, what better time of the year than it is like a day like today to go out and get naked?
I agree, 100%.
Oh, here we go again. Oh, look at that.
Oh, Blue Angels. Hang on. Sorry, we're going to be distracted today, man. It's very cool. Look at that.
Yeah.
And how far?
Harlem Globetrotters. Do we have Harlem Globetrotters?
Of course we do.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're going to play that every time they
go by.
I can't do that, man, though. But
Come on.
It's in a separate bag.
That
man.
way people know, hey, the Blue Angels are out there flying around doing their thing.
I didn't mean this in a disrespectful analogy.
It's not disrespectful. I think it's a perfect analogy.
No, I don't. I wasn't being disrespectful. I know they're very talented.
Harlem Globetrotters of the military.
Well, but they are. Look, the S hits the rich, right? We're attacked right now. Okay? All right. By whoever, right? Guess who's landing those planes right away?
The Blue Angels.
They can't shoot at them. They can't do anything. They're a flying target. I'm just saying. They're there for your entertainment.
I would still trust them in battle.
They are. You can if they had guns.
But not in that plane.
Right, no,
you're right. I don't think that's plain
right now.
So that's the Harlem Globetrotters part.
Right. If they win, it doesn't help them get to the NBA Finals. It's just another win. You know. All right.
It's fun. The kids love it.
Yeah.
The tricks are neat.
The ball's different.
But when the S hits the fan,
it's colder.
I'm out.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not flying this goddamn plane in the combat.
If aircraft came in right now from like North Korea or something, hey man, they would take the hell off and land somewhere else. Wouldn't you?
Well, probably.
I can't
my
shoot
jet's not armed. Yeah.
I'm just being honest. Right. Oh, no.
Harlem Globetrotters. I'll see that. They should introduce them that way. Ladies and gentlemen, the Harlem Globetrotters of the United States military, the Blue
Angels. What's that like the dude that parachutes in with the game ball has an M16 on?
No, he doesn't.
He's a Harlem Globetrotter.
He's there to entertain you. That's why he's got gas shooting out his legs.
Again, so someone comes and shoots. Well, he's not armed. So he's going to take off and go get his gun through.
So
in that moment,
he's got a 7-foot flag on his back.
They're entertaining at that point. Harlem Globetrotters, man. That's all.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, so today on the poll, we're going to get naked.
You are pretty stupid, Miles.
Okay, what?
The blue. I'm reading.
I knew there was going to be text. Don't think that I'm not stupid.
You were pretty stupid, Miles. The Blue Angel pilots are the best of the best, and the reason they couldn't fire is airplanes don't have weapons. That's his point. At the time they're out there,
they can't do anything.
They're entertaining you.
Look, okay,
that's what he said.
I just want you to know that the best quarterback in the world is playing 6-on-6 flag football with his buddy right now outside of a suburb in Chicago, Illinois.
Right.
He could be in the NBA or the NFL, but he's not. He's wasting his time he's working at Jiffy Lube and he likes to play flag football. He doesn't want the millions. He doesn't want the millions. You know what I mean? He's good at it, but I mean, why would you want to make a living off something if you're better than the NFL quarterback that's currently being paid, $15 million a year?
And suspended for the first 6
I'm just
games.
saying. Now, if he's too old to do that anymore and he retires, that's different. I'm just saying.
Does that make the Thunderbirds the Washington Generals?
Oh, come on. No, I don't know. They're there for your entertainment. The military's not there for your entertainment.
Miles, I completely agree with you. The Blue Angels or the Harlem Globetrotters of the military. That's one of the funniest damn things I've heard in a while. But it's true.
They're there to entertain
They're here to entertain you.
We can't stop being entertained by this. Now, if those were actual jet fighters, we go, oh, my God. We're going to die. Then why are they out there now? Who is coming after?
Right.
We'd say, who are they shooting at? That's not entertaining. That's panic. People are flying on the Beltway. We've seen it during 9/11. That's what happened, man.
Right.
It's not fun. It's not fun. Like woo-wee. There goes one of those silent bomber things. Right. Like Batman. What is that thing? Low flying aircraft? It's not entertainment. It's freaking terror.
Blue Angels entertainment.
Yeah, they're fun. Look, they all have matching uniforms.
Where's the military?
Yeah, but you can't see them because that's camo. Because they really need to not be. It's a different. You couldn't walk into a fighting area in a blue jumpsuit, man. I'm sorry.
I'm going to walk you down to the Washington Athletic Club tonight to meet a Blue Angel. And let's run this theory by him.
Oh, man.
Sergeant, he'd be proud. Sir, much respect. I know what you've done in the past, and now you're one of the best pilots in the world. My friend has something to say.
Your military history, I support that. It was a wonderful career. I'm glad you're still able to make money off of this. Thank you for entertaining me.
You realize those jet fighters, it's just guns have been removed. We know! Because when they're here, they're here to entertain you. That's all we're saying.
See, if it was an actual...
See, I'm looking at them now.
If that was an actual dogfight...
That's entertaining.
We would be reporting this and telling you need to seek shelter. You need to go home. You need to kiss and hug your loved ones. We don't know what's happening. I don't know. All right, let's do a little big dummy after the break here. 206-421.
Welcome to the CPAP Games live from the Hayes bedroom. It's another eventful night, Bruce.
It sure is, Ron. Steve has been flailing everywhere, struggling with his CPAP.
His wife, Michelle, is as tense as a fiddle string, trying to contain her rage.
Michelle's rolling Steve over.
There he goes, and the mask is off. Oh, my, the snoring.
Michelle throws an elbow, now a shove.
As she's leaving for the couch, taking her place is the Hayes' 100-pound lab. Bask in that dog breath, Steve.
With all this struggle, Steve should get Inspire.
Absolutely, Bruce. Inspire is a sleep apnea treatment that gives you comfortable, restful sleep with the click of a remote. That's right, a button. As you sleep, Inspire keeps you breathing normally and sleeping peacefully. There's no mask and no hose. Just sleep.
Learn more at InspireSleep.com. That's InspireSleep.com.
Inspire, sleep apnea innovation. Inspire is not for everyone. Talk to your doctor to see if it's right for you and review important safety information at InspireSleep.com.
99.9 KISW. The shenanigans continue. This is the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill.
Hey, this Big Dummy, 206-421-ROCK. Steve, who is our first contestant ready to play the big game? I'll tell him. I figure we're, time-wise, might as well just,
yeah, works for me. Let's talk to, Chris in California. Hello, Chris. Welcome to the Men's Room.
Oh, hey.
Hey, man. Oh, hey. Hey, Chris.
We catch you at a good time, bro?
Yeah, just at work.
Sober, not sober, Chris. I guess you're sober, probably, right? Unless you work at a weed store.
Yeah, stone cold.
Okay. All right, Chris, listen, our poll, we're going to explain it to you right now. You're going to show up naked for one. Will it be a funeral, a wedding, a job interview, or Chuck E. Cheese?
Ooh, definitely not Chuck E. Cheese.
Really? I thought Chuck E. Cheese, I just run into the ball pit. You're just seeing from the neck up. Like, look, man, don't jump in.
Is that the camo?
Well, yeah, because otherwise I'm just naked and I'm there, man.
Well, I mean, Thrill, you and I, we both have kids.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I know for a fact they would get taken away from us real quick.
But listen, man, if I show up naked to any of these, but the difference is this. The job interview, I can't do anything to cover it up. The wedding, right, funeral, at least Chuck E. Cheese, I can jump into the ball pit and say, look, kids, don't jump in. I'm naked in here. There's some kind of defense. I can hide myself.
Chris, we need an answer.
I'm going wedding.
Wedding.
I'm going wedding.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Jesus.
Just so you know.
I think wedding's the right call.
Yeah,
really?
Well, you know how weddings, like, the last wedding we were all at was fun, but nobody got, like, crazy.
Did you think about getting naked at Mike's wedding? Because I did.
Shirtless, half naked,
One of the reasons that we...
So I'm just going to show up full naked and be like, let's party.
Okay.
Well, one of the reasons we pick naked is at a wedding is a man is searching for a partner in crime to help him ruin his sister's wedding. The person just has to be willing to get naked in public. The request has left internet users scratching their head over everything from the logistics of the request to why the man is intent on ruining his sister's big day. He put it on Craigslist. The brother listing simply was titled, "Be Naked at My Sister's Wedding." She's having an outdoor wedding in New Canaan, Connecticut in May. I want someone to be naked in the woods to run through the wedding in order to ruin it, and also during the photographs. I will pay you and protect you from my family.
I'd do it. I would do that.
I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
All right.
Got a money-making opportunity, Chris. All right, here is your first question. Oh, by the way, someone points out, Jesus, Chuck E. Cheese doesn't have ball pits anymore. I'd scratch Chuck E. Cheese off my list.
I'm just taking Chuck E. Cheese off the list.
I know how it looks, brother. I'm just saying at least I can cover but with no ball pit, I can't do it. All right, your first question. What was the highest value of U.S. currency ever put into circulation?
Isn't there like a $500 bill out there?
I would say the $10,000 bill.
In fact, the $10,000 bill. Yeah, highest ever put in circulation.
I used to have a couple of them.
I will give you...
God, can you imagine losing
I will give you $1 million right now if you can tell me who was on the $10,000 bill.
Aaron Burr.
No.
$10,000.
$10,000 bill.
$10,000 bill. It was back in the day, right?
There's no possible way.
Can you give us a hint?
Is it a president?
It is not a president.
It is not a president.
I will give you a hint.
So it was not a president.
It was the Secretary of the Treasury under Abraham Lincoln.
Oh.
That's your hint. Honest to God, that's what I know. Huh. Salmon P. Chase, the Secretary of Treasury under Abraham Lincoln.
Is that the guy that started Chase Bank?
Could be.
Sure.
See? Look, there you go.
Let's just say yeah, and it makes it more interesting.
Untrue. Fun facts.
Right. Fun facts that aren't accurate. He started Chase Bank. All right, your question. What TV show closes with a logo for 30th Century Fox?
30th Century?
30th Century Fox, yes.
Oh my gosh. Sounds like it's got to be something futuristic.
Oh!
No, yeah.
Oh!
You're getting warmer.
Oh!
So close.
You almost said it.
Oh. You give me that hint. Good talking to you, Futurama.
There it is.
All right. There we go.
got you. I'm glad you could connect those dots. That's how we do it.
Something futuristic, but yeah.
Just like Wheel of Fortune. There's a spot missing, but you need to just piece that one together, right?
Mm-hmm.
Big W!
Hello, Wes. Welcome to the men's room.
Woo!
Hola. Wes, are you sober or not sober?
Not sober.
Not sober, Wes. Welcome to Big Dummy. All right, Wes. You got to show up naked to one. Will it be a funeral, a wedding, a job interview, or Chuck E. Cheese?
I'm thinking it's got to be a wedding, but I got to be having like a good D-Day. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna warm up before I go into the wedding.
All right.
It's only when my penis looks its best.
So not a
I go naked to your wedding.
Not a winter wedding,
yes.
but a summer wedding in a in a humid climate.
My wife's like, when my wife's like, you're having a good D-Day. I'm like, yes, ma'am.
Because we're on vacation.
Well, thank you for noticing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I got that big D energy. But only when we go on vacation. To humid places.
All right, here's your question. Where does Yogi Bear live?
Yellowstone.
Jellystone.
Jellystone. Dang it. I answered too fast.
Jellystone National Park.
So it's not a good day.
Yes. No.
I'd go to Jellystone. Yeah.
If you had talking bears, sure.
Yeah, I mean, if it was a Jellystone Park, you'd be like, I got to go see that.
Like, you got to go to this park. Swear to God, the bears are cool and they talk to you. They're like, all right. Hey, nice to meet you. Hey, boo-boo. I'm a talking bear.
Told you we should have come here.
Yeah, but you can't picnic.
Why can't you pick?
Because of the bear.
That's the whole thing. Yogi always takes your food.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, but the difference is, man, you can picnic anywhere and a bear might take my food, but I feel like that confrontation is different.
You spiked that food with laxatives knowing damn well that you are not going to eat it. You packed laxatives and all of that stuff.
Hey, boo-boo. My butt has the runs.
All right. That's what you do to bears when you think they're going to get into your stuff.
That's right, yeah. Mm-hmm. Laxatives. Your question. Kyiv is the capital of what country?
Ukraine.
There you go. Nice job, Les. Very good, very good. Game is Big Dummy, 206-421-ROCK.
Big Dummy!
Hello, Kevin. Welcome to the men's room.
Kevin, are you sober or not sober?
I'm getting not sober, smoking a joint.
All right, good for you, Kevin. Let's see here. Where do you want to show up naked? Funeral, wedding, job interview, or Chuck E. Cheese?
Wedding.
Okay.
Everyone's going wedding.
Yeah.
Somebody here, they say, hey, guys, regarding the poll, if you go to a job interview, you don't get that one job. There's plenty of jobs out there, and also it's not personal. They say a wedding, people know you. Chuck E. Cheese, you're going to be there for family. So people are going to know you. Same thing with the funeral, unless you go to random people's weddings, funerals, or Chuck E. Cheese.
You just got to show up at one. You don't have to know. We're not saying that.
A wedding's the best one to show up at drunk, and I'd have to be drunk if I'm going to go anywhere naked.
Well, wait, now, are you saying go to a stranger's funeral?
Yes, or wedding. Look, I am not stripping and ruining someone I know's big day with family around, because then, as far as family goes, I'll never hear the end of it.
Then I'm going to a random person's funeral.
Absolutely, and I'll run right down the middle of that thing buck naked, and they won't have any idea who that was. And while they're trying to think, who is that who was invited to this wedding, they'll realize that I don't even know if I knew who that person is. By that time, I'm gone. I am out of there.
I'm doing the funeral just to break the tension. It's a sad occasion.
Yeah.
I just went to one. Yeah. You know what would have kind of up it? Seriously, man. Like, it was a sad thing. I was very close to this woman. She passed. They're eulogizing all these things. There's all these emotions. It hurts. It's heavy. If some stranger rolled in naked, I think part of me would have been like, brother, I don't know who you are.
Or you just stand there and you act like you're part of it. You know what I mean? Like, you put your head down and you pray. And if someone comes up and taps you on the shoulder, just go, hold on a minute. I'm praying. Keep your head down.
As you stand at a stranger's funeral naked.
And then say amen and then look up, yes, may I help you?
It would be strange because I think I would know a lot of people there. But if there's one person I know that I would thoroughly enjoy showing up naked to their wedding.
Who's that?
Oh, it's you, Miles. You always have those jokes. Like, it'd be fun to mess with you. Like, I just would like to catch you off guard. You're like, Ted, seriously, dude. Like, it's my wedding day. You can't be naked. No, Miles, it's funny.
I don't you have to be one of the groups.
I don't think I mean, you know me, man. I'd be like, dude, I told you the third one would be the best. Right. Ted even broke his own rule by showing up.
Right? He says he doesn't go to third weddings. Yeah. Not clothed, I don't. Yeah. New rule. You get married at Thursday.
I'll come.
But only
I'm showing up naked.
And I'll show up.
God damn it. I have to be a groomsman.
I would still wear the shoes, though. The patent leather.
And the bow tie. Yep.
It's the worst Chippendale I've ever seen.
All right. Here's your question. Decoration Day was the original name for what federally recognized holiday?
Decoration Day?
Decoration Day.
Geez, I don't know. Christmas?
Halloween.
Nope.
Oh.
I'll say Christmas Eve.
What about Memorial Day?
Memorial Day.
Yeah.
Ted's treasure.
Because you put out all the bunting.
Yeah. Okay. You guys, Christmas and Halloween. You ungrateful sons of bitches.
Right?
That's why I got naked at your wedding. All right.
Is it creepier to be stone sober and naked guy? It's like if I'm hammered and naked, people are like, yeah, all right. It's like, he's not even drunk.
Right. I think you need to be stone cold sober and take the whole thing seriously.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? But you're just doing it naked.
Just stare at people.
Just staring at. You never seen a penis before? All right, your question. What is a male turkey called?
A male turkey?
A male turkey.
I don't know. A turkey. I have no idea.
It's a goober.
It's not goober.
Is it Tom?
Tom.
Yeah, Tom.
Tom turkey. Sure.
You know anyone named Tom?
I got a cousin named Tom.
Yeah. Start calling him Turkey. What's up, Turkey? Your question.
That's the 70s.
I know.
Say, what's up, Turkey?
Bring it back, brother. All right, your question. Wine sap, Cortland, and Rome are all types of what fruit?
Oh, man. Can you say it again?
Wine sap, Cortland, and Rome are all types of what fruit?
Fruit. An apple?
Nice work. Game is Big Dummy, 206-421-ROCK.
Hello, Ryan. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Ryan, are you on team sober or team not sober?
Not sober, Miles.
All right, Ryan, welcome to Big Dummy. All right, we're going to show up naked. Funeral, wedding, job interview, or Chuck E. Cheese?
Well, seeing how most of the upcoming weddings I might be invited to are people I don't like, I'm showing up to a wedding naked.
Wait, why are people that you don't like inviting you to their wedding?
Because they're marrying people that are in family.
Oh, the family. I see.
The obligatory. I got you.
Okay.
Would it be bad if you just said, hey, man, can't make it a bad hair day?
I got invited to one today.
Did you?
Yeah.
Was it the dude who you thought?
No, haven't called him back yet.
Wait a minute. The guy called you like 2 weeks ago.
Probably like 3 weeks at this point.
And you believe he was calling you to tell you what?
I pretty well believe that he had some really exciting news about he and his girlfriend.
And you, for fear that he would ask you to be in his wedding, you have not called him back in 3 weeks.
Typically, it's always about a year out. It's a year out. You know what I mean? When they ask, it's a year out. Or 6 months.
I mean,
you gotta call him back.
You gotta call this dude back, man.
All right.
God damn.
All right.
I think he wants to be in his wedding, so I'm not going to return his call.
Man.
What the hell, dude?
Did you leave a voicemail? Did I delete it?
Is that what you can try to run?
I don't know.
God damn.
You know, no one leaves voicemails these days. I just assumed if you needed me to call you, you'd have sent a text.
Fair enough. Fair. So, you know. Your question. In biology, what does RNA stand for? Like DNA, but it's RNA.
I'm not even sure if I know what DNA stands for.
I'm just going to take a guess and say rudimentary number analysis.
Not a bad guess, Robert.
Trying to figure out the
I mean,
R?
you were very wrong, but you sounded so official when you said it that if I didn't know, I'd have believed you. I'd have been like, yeah, that has to be what it is.
Isn't it ribonucleic acid?
Yes, Mike with the big brain.
What is DNA?
Dionucleic acid.
Okay.
Mike knows his body.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I do not know my body. I mean, I know my body.
Right. I know what it likes.
Sorry, it was deoxynucleic.
I don't care what's on the inside.
You idiot.
The voices in my head hadn't caught up to me just yet.
VD.
Yeah.
Of course. Of course. Jesus Christ.
It is actually. Let me pipe in here. Sorry, I had cheese in my mouth.
All right, your question. How many different flavors of Skittles are there?
Ooh. They say taste the rainbow. Is that an equivalent to that? To the number?
I'm going to say 7.
8.
5.
There's one goddamn flavor of Skittles.
Different color.
Oh, trick question.
No, it's not a trick question.
Yes,
There's one flavor of Skittle that is painted different
So
colors.
the same question is, you have one flavor of M&M, right? If it's plain,
Yeah,
is that the idea? They
it's
all
one
taste
flavor.
the same. They're just different colors.
But M&M says right. They're just different colors.
Right. They don't taste different.
They don't say taste the rainbow.
I think we just started a storm.
Why?
Because there's a lot of people that say no. That you can taste the different flavors.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
That's a thing.
You know what?
Man.
No, that's a mental.
People tell me the
Not at all.
Earth is flat.
Because here's the thing: is that when they switched over,
People say they can time. People say a lot of crap.
they switched the green from lime over to green apple, and everybody lost their doggone minds, and so they switched it back over to the lime. Like this was a thing. They do have flavors. I'm telling you, they do have flavors.
But here's the thing. According to Skittles themselves, they don't.
Well, Skittles are a bunch of liars.
You're telling me, Skittles, no, we only give you one flavor.
Right.
Okay. That's a weird marketing pitch. All right, your question.
Then why'd they switch it?
I don't know.
If it's all the same flavor, why'd they switch the name? Just
You're
keep
not
it as
convinced.
is. No, I'm not.
How many different flavors do you believe there are of Skittles?
Well, there's been countless different packs, so I can't quite put a number on it. I'm going to say there's 20
if you were
some odd flavors.
blindfolded and I put down 7 different Skittles, they'll all be different colors, do you think you could identify, roughly speaking, what flavor profile that, sour apple, lime?
I know somebody who could.
Do you really?
Yes.
Are you married to them?
Yes, I am.
Bring her ass in here. We blindfold her.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think there's somebody in your house that could tell the difference.
I think there are 2 people. We will bring them all in here and just say, look, we're going to blindfold her. Here are 7 different Skittles that are all different colors.
And I'm going to call the FBI and tell them I've got 2 family members in here that my coworkers are trying to kill. And I'm coming like, they are blindfolded.
The poison pills.
Wow.
All right, Ryan, shut up. Here's your question.
Damn it, Brian.
No. How many times did what's up?
I'm just listening.
Okay, enough, dude.
Come on. I mean, you won't shut up. It's unbelievable. How many times did John Glenn circle the Earth in 1962 when he became the first American to in orbit? Was it 1, 2, or 3 times?
I'll say right down the middle. I'm going to say 2.
I'll say 1.
3. Give that man his credit. Man,
I figure, look, if I'm the first,
you're the first.
I'm just going to do it one time. Then we'll figure out if I can do it.
You're
Let's
that
see
guy.
if we can do it once. Let's get too ahead of ourselves here,
He's like the C student that gets to go first. Hey?
No.
Yeah, over to the Earth, I'm back.
Yeah, he was setting a tone.
Yeah, man.
Like, not only did I do it first, I did it 3 times.
Like the 3rd time, maybe he just whips me out into space.
That was their goal. People are freaking out about the Skittles thing. Look, I don't know what to tell you.
Question 5, Brad.
Question number 5. What? Where do you say that? Just say it.
Well, I feel like on the back of the bag, it's like a lime one. And,
I understand. I understand what everyone's saying. I'm just saying. They say, hey, man, we got one flavor. I don't know what to say.
Orange, lemon, lime, grape, strawberry.
We do have a handful of people that are saying the center of the Skittle is the same flavor. The flavor is on the outside.
Ooh, the shell.
I see.
Like me.
I see.
Flavors on the outside.
Yeah.
Taste it.
Mine's on the inside. Keep fighting. Jesus.
Well, I mean, we all have the same organs on the inside.
Right. That's
we
why I will harvest yours.
We have different flavors on the outside.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
They all taste different.
The internal organs of Skittles
are all the same.
They all taste the same. So remember that, kids. When the Skittle tastes like every other Skittle, it's because you're sucking on its organs.
Enjoy.
Enjoy. All right, one question real quick. With only about 8,000 residents, what state's capital is the least populated?
That state's capital. Would that be the state of Wyoming?
Not a bad guess
at all.
But no,
is it Vermont?
It is Vermont. Montpelier, Ohio. Only about 8,000. Ryan, hang on the line for us, man.
Okay. You said Montpelier, Ohio.
Jesus,
There is a
Montpelier, Vermont.
Yes. More Big Dummy coming up, 206-421-ROCK.
Welcome Welcome to the CPAP Games live from the Hayes bedroom. It's another eventful night, Bruce.
It sure is, Ron. Steve has been flailing everywhere, struggling with this CPAP.
His wife, Michelle, is as tense as a fiddle string, trying to contain her rage.
Michelle's rolling Steve over.
There he goes, and the mask is off. Oh, my, the snoring.
Michelle throws an elbow, now a shove.
As she's leaving for the couch, taking her place is the Hayes' 100-pound lab. Bask in that dog breath, Steve.
With all this struggle, Steve should get Inspire.
Absolutely, Bruce. Inspire is a sleep apnea treatment that gives you comfortable, restful sleep with the click of a remote. That's right, a button. As you sleep, Inspire keeps you breathing normally and sleeping peacefully. There's no mask and no hose. Just sleep.
Learn more at InspireSleep.com. That's InspireSleep.com.
Inspire, sleep apnea innovation. Inspire is not for everyone. Talk to your doctor to see if it's right for you and review important safety information at InspireSleep.com.
Wendy's home-style French toast sticks are so delicious, some are saying that they're better than their mom's breakfast.
Excuse me. Did you just say Wendy's French toast sticks are better than my breakfast?
Mom, is that you?
Answer the question.
I said some people are saying that because they're so crispy on the outside and fluffy on the inside and perfect in every way.
Uh-huh. And what do you think?
I think it's time to tell people to choose wisely. Choose Wendy's sweet and crispy home-style French toast sticks.
That's still not an answer.
At participating U.S. Wendy's during breakfast hours.
What's up? It's your boy, the Ted Smith. Thanks for listening to the Men's Room Daily Podcast. Want more? Check out the greatest podcast in all the land, The Podcast. Be sure to subscribe and listen to a brand new episode every Tuesday night.
99.9 KISW. We return to the men's room with Miles and Thrill.
Side news, Ryan playing for Team Not Sober. He's gone.
You think he did it on purpose? Think he was thinking like, man, I'm really not doing well. I don't want to be the biggest dummy.
Or he thought we were being serious and we're like, Ryan, stop talking.
Shut up. We were a little rude. By the way, the whole Skittles thing, this is people have lost their minds.
I told you.
And Ted put it best. Ted said, you call the Blue Angels, the Harlem Globetrotters, the United States military, nothing. You bring up Skittles. Now people...
I told you, man. You open Pandora's box.
I might not be wrong.
Here's the thing, all right? So somebody here says, dude, there's like 30 flavors of Skittles. They got regular ones. They got the tropical ones. They got the sour Skittles. They got the gummy Skittles. They got Hawaiian Skittles. I can keep going and going. There's like 65 flavors of Skittles. Mm-hmm. Look, apparently what? They spray the outside, but the center of the Skittles all the same. The Skittle organs.
Yeah, they basically have a Skittle center, and then they flavor them accordingly.
Skittle organs.
They flavor blast them individually.
Pretty much.
All right, I follow.
Now we know.
Okay. Game is Big Dummy. 206-421-ROCK.
Big Dummy!
Hello, Eric. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, bitches!
Hola! Eric, you sober or not sober?
I'm Team Not.
Not sober. Says it with pride. All right. Okay, our men's room poll, you got to show up naked to one. Funeral, wedding, job interview, or Chuck E. Cheese?
Can I be naked with Ted at your third wedding?
Sure.
Yeah, nice.
What's up, Ted?
You know, feel like I'm fully recovered.
trying to recover still. You went to RHCP after that?
I just tailgated the Chili Peppers last night. I didn't actually go to the show. Because Eric, I was like, I'm so tired of standing and watching live music after last weekend.
That's a great show, man. It was a great show.
Oh, I know.
But I'm feeling it today. Pretty sure I woke up drunk.
Good job.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Cool. You got to go to work and you're still hammered from last night. Awesome. But don't worry, folks. The hangover's setting in now. All right, here's your question. What leads to more deaths, hot or cold weather?
Cold. One and done.
Is that based on, you think, car wrecks?
I don't know. But they say it's 20 times more likely that you will die in cold weather than hot weather.
It just seems like when it's hot in the city, people get more agitated. There seems to be more people just losing their mind when it's real hot in certain places.
For sure.
Compared to cold. I mean, cold is just cold. But then again, you pull into someone's parking spot.
But see, that's snow related, which I know is cold. But I don't know, people freezing to death outside.
Slipping on ice.
I think people are more likely to freeze to death outside than die of heat stroke, right? Like if you're homeless and you're sleeping next to a building. This is not based on anything other than me guessing.
I was trying to figure out where that number pops to the point.
Because it's 20 times more likely.
Game is Big Dummy, 206-421-ROCK.
Oh, let's say hello to Josh. Hello, Josh. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola. Josh, sober or not sober?
Sober.
Josh, welcome to Big Dummy. Our poll today, you're going to be naked. Will you be naked at a funeral? And show up naked to a funeral? Show up naked to a wedding, a job interview, or Chuck E. Cheese?
I'd have to go with the wedding.
Wedding is
everyone is. Why?
Yeah.
Why is that? Why would you go naked? I mean, I don't know.
I feel like I have the guts to do a lot more at a wedding than I would anything else, especially Chuck E. Cheese.
But again, if it's a bunch of strangers,
on my list.
What's that? Chuck E. Cheese?
Then I'm going to a funeral.
A 20-year-old man was arrested this month after police learned he gave them a false name during a booking for indecent exposure outside of Chuck E. Cheese.
Jesus.
Police responded at 11:40 a.m. at the Greeley Mall for a report of a man who was completely naked and trying to put on blue jeans and a shirt. A police officer found the man, 20-year-old Eduardo Zaragoza, on the property as he was finishing putting on his clothes. He then ran toward a mall entrance. He put his clothes back on and ran away from the mall, where another officer detained him. They identified him eventually after he said his name was Mato Porro and gave a false name and birthday. But believe it or not, they issued him a summons and released him without a requirement to post bond. They let this guy go naked outside of a Chuck E. Cheese.
Jesus.
He was arrested on charges of public indecency and attempting to influence a public servant. I guess he tried something else later on. He was basically busted later on at a convenience store, and he got naked again.
Really?
The first time, he would have been fine. If he hadn't done it again.
It's not a big ass. Hey, man, stop
like
getting naked.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Good Lord.
Right. Game is Big Dummy.
All right. Josh, here is your question. Charlie Brown, one of Miles's favorites. Charlie Brown's first TV appearance was in 1959 when he was in an ad for which product? Folgers, Ford, Marlboro, or Velveeta?
Marlboro.
No, Ford. Charlie Brown did not show up. Espousing the joys of cigarette smoking, especially among 8-year-old children. No, it was in fact Ford, yeah.
Ford. Because children drive, Josh.
Right. Yeah, come on.
Hey,
use your head.
When you want to buy a brand new car, who do you ask? You ask an 8-year-old.
Ask your kid, yeah. The bald one.
That's how Steve got a Tesla.
Yeah, no kidding, right? That's all my kid wants. Can we get a Tesla? I said, you can get a Tesla. He said, really? I said, yeah, he's got to earn money and buy it. He doesn't like that part.
Difference is he will.
I know. Probably like when he's 16.
I did it. See?
V-Bucks. All right, your question. The two most visited homes in the United States are Graceland and where?
Sorry, repeat the question.
The two most visited homes in the United States. One of them is Graceland. What is the other one?
White House.
Yep. Nice work.
Right on.
I guess they still do tours every day?
I don't know. Probably.
Did you ever go to the White House in your entire time living in D.C.?
All the time.
All the time?
We did that tour a lot. And then you got to remember, my mom worked at the AFL for so long, 16th and I Street, right? So there's just that one park in between them.
Yeah.
So, like, if you wanted to get on the roof of the AFL, you always had to call the Secret Service.
So
the president was in town.
Yeah.
So they had, like, a good relationship. So, like, that's how I have all those White House decorations. No matter who was in charge, the Secret Service would be like, you guys want to come over and, like, hit the store real quick? But, I mean, yes. I mean, I shouldn't say all the time, but I bet I've been in the White House probably 25 times.
What's the layout? Like you walk in, and there's obviously an area that you can tour, but you can't walk in and go like, oh yeah, there's a living room. Oh look, there's Donald in there watching TV.
Oh no, you can't see like the private quarters.
Right.
But it's
so
just
where is
like
that? Is that upstairs or is that?
I believe so, but it's like the standard rooms. You can see like the Lincoln bedroom.
Okay,
like the.
Does anyone
it's all show, right?
Correct.
Like I couldn't go there. Right, you can't go there and spend the night. Like if I'm Willie Nelson, I'm there with Jimmy Carter. Like I sleep in a Lincoln bedroom.
You know, I don't know.
Well,
you should.
I guess it depends on who you know.
For sure.
Well, yeah, that probably goes a long way.
Okay. Game is Big Dummy, 206-421-ROD.
Hello, Anna Teresa. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola. Anna Teresa, you should be a nun. Based on name alone.
Nope. But I definitely got that in high school a lot.
Yeah, I bet. Anna Teresa, are you sober or not sober?
Not sober.
Okay, so you are not a nun. Okay.
No, definitely not.
All right, there. Show up naked to one. Will it be a funeral, a wedding, a job interview, or Chuck E. Cheese?
Definitely a funeral.
Funeral!
Trying to make it a little bit of fun.
Definitely a funeral. I like that.
We go across the pond to Worcester. As a funeral director, Peter Stefan had pretty much seen it all. And he relates that in a book that he just published and put out called Mumblings of a Mortician. At one point in time, believe it or not, according to him, a group of nudists had approached Stefan about holding a wake for one of their deceased members at the funeral home. The participants of the wake planned to be in the nude. Well, Stefan agreed, but with the condition that they had to keep everyone inside with the doors locked. I also assured them and my staff that I would remain upstairs in our offices so that I would not bother anyone. All seemed to be going fairly well until Stefan started hearing car horns blasting and people then screaming in the street. You see, two of the people at the wake, a man and a woman in their 20s, had stepped outside to smoke some cigarettes on the front porch and were naked and caused a commotion. I actually admired the smokers, he said. They could have taught Zen masters a thing or two about tranquility and the ultimate transcendental meditation, he said. I heard sirens in the distance. I was expecting a knock on the door from the police, and they did arrive, momentarily. I stepped outside and had a humorous conversation with the two officers. They were gone in 5 minutes. No problems arose as a result of them being naked. Again,
see, there you go.
The guy at Chuck E. Cheese and the naked person at the funeral, both, no problems.
So far.
No issues with authorities. No fines, no tickets, no jail time.
Right. Legally speaking, these are your two best options.
The ones that I found online. Through an extensive
Seems like
Google.
naked's the new thing.
Yeah, through a Google search, yes.
I still like the idea of showing up to a stranger's funeral naked. Got to break the ice. And when you walk in, hey, it's Ben here. All right, your question. Cremation is more popular in what state than any other, with approximately 75% of the bodies that are being cremated? Is it Connecticut, Utah, Nevada, or Oregon? Connecticut, Utah, Nevada, or Oregon?
Nevada.
Yes, that's got to be sinners, right? When they say sinners, they mean like probably the least church population as far as church
one,
goes.
and actually, there's so many churches there, man.
To get married in.
Well, yeah, it's good.
But, it's different than the actual, mega church.
I would have guessed Connecticut.
I'd say Nevada just based on the fact that, again, there's, first of all, to bury something in the desert, I think would be, have you ever seen a cemetery in the desert?
In the middle of the desert?
I mean, maybe they're there. I just don't know.
I don't know that I ever have, man.
I think.
Just a bunch of tombstones in the sand, right?
And then flooding or flash floods or, torrential rains, like a monsoon type thing, next thing you know, all that's washed away. And,
I've never seen, it's weird to see an actual cemetery. But I also fully believe when Vegas was built, there's a lot of bodies in those deserts.
Well, it's in Lake Mead. That's where they put them. They just dump them in there.
Well, they used to.
Also, it's kind of, a lot of the religions have really changed their tune on that. It's okay to get cremated.
Yeah.
Like when I was a kid as a Catholic, that was like a supreme no-no.
Really?
Oh, yeah. And then now, right, I told you, Coach Wooten, he got cremated, and, I remember my mom, both separately, they were both like, oh, yeah, people are doing that now.
Ivanka Trump got cremated.
Yeah.
That was her wish.
Why burn in hell, but you can burn on the earth?
But still got buried at a golf course.
I know.
I mean, in my mind, that's a great way to go, but that's just me.
True.
But she didn't play golf, you see.
I'm spread your ashes over a golf course. Hello, David. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, bichola.
Hola. David, are you sober or not sober?
I left work early just so I could get unsobered before I called you up. So, unsober, nice. Not sober.
Okay. What do you want to show up naked to? A funeral, wedding, job interview, or Chuck E. Cheese?
How about a job interview at Chuck E. Cheese?
Hey, you know what? You got to tell them, look, man, that rat costume is hot. Yeah. So just know,
I imagine so.
If I'm in that bad boy, this is how I roll. This is how it's going to be.
All right, you're
hired.
All right.
Hey, real quick, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Kind of sensitive. I really like that men's room original ale, but are you ever bringing back the red because I like that better?
Oh, maybe somewhere down the road, but right now they're going with that one.
Somebody asked me that last night.
In the black, yeah. I mean, there's a few of them.
Yeah, all right.
It's possible, but to be honest with you, we have absolutely no idea.
Yeah.
All right, I'll listen to the Elysian radio.
Well, here's the problem. Ted stopped handpicking the hops.
I was doing that for a while.
So he got busy with the salsa.
That was the secret.
Yeah.
Well, there's sausage. Now there's salsa. Mm-hmm. I was up there. We'll have some photos of me making salsa, too.
Mm-hmm. And there you go. Proof's in the pudding.
It is.
He squashes the tomatoes with his feet, just like the grapes when they made the wine.
But he's very specific, so only his unwashed feet after a 3-day period.
I slice every onion by hand.
Actually, he does it with his toenails.
Karate chop.
Karate chop.
He uses a slap chop, actually.
Yeah. Ted chews all of the ingredients and slowly dribbles it into the container until it's the perfect salsa mixture. That's dedication right there.
That's how I make the salsa. It's also why I got banned from the city of Arlington.
Right. All right, here's your question. We just talked about cremation. Cremation is the least popular in what state? With only about 19% of people being cremated. Alabama, Mississippi, Arkansas, or Kentucky?
I'll just take a wild guess. Let's go for Kentucky.
I'll say Mississippi.
Mississippi. That is correct. All right, true or false question for you. In the state of Nevada, it's illegal to make eye contact with someone while eating a banana.
Okay, if you're asking that, it's got to be true.
No.
Oh, my God.
That's from the mind of Montgomery.
What the hell?
That's so stupid.
I did that to my buddy Sunday morning. I'm like sleeping like on the top of the RV, like in that little loft thing. And he's like, "Do you want a banana?" I was like, "Yeah," and I peel it, and he's about as close as Miles is, and I go, "Eye contact." Look me in the eye when you eat that banana. Eyes up here. Stare into him.
Yeah. All right. True or false? Chuck Norris was a pallbearer at Bruce Lee's funeral.
Yeah, that's true.
That is true.
All right.
Yeah.
Still kind of funny, though, and I don't know why.
What's that? About the banana?
No, Chuck Norris.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know why. Would you stare Chuck Norris in the eye while eating a banana?
I would.
He would expect.
That's a quick answer. Yeah. Yes, I would.
Davis Big Dummy, 206-421-ROCK.
He'd be freaked out. In my head, I'd be like, "God damn, that is Chuck Norris."
Keep eating banana. Staring him down.
Good banana, huh, Chuck?
Hello, Doug. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola. Doug, sober or not sober?
I am sober.
Welcome to Big Dummy, sir. Our men's room poll. You got to be naked. Where will you show up? Funeral, wedding, job interview, or Chuck E. Cheese?
Funeral.
Funeral.
All right, my man.
Okay.
Making things weird for everybody else. Especially if it's open casket.
This is how I came in. This is how you're going out.
Weird.
What if would you be willing to be naked, all right, when you die in the casket with a fully open casket? So,
yes, absolutely.
Face up. You know what I'm saying?
I think I would lose friends if I didn't.
At the viewing.
Right.
I think it'd be weirder if I was naked and face down.
Well, what if you asked something to be inserted, right? And it was like a party favor. Like
I think naked and face down is how I want my viewing.
One of those things that you blow like a party favor. Like, right? So just in case those gas trapped in you.
That's what you're going to try to tell the family.
Or you get an air compressor. And you snake it up through there.
What?
And then every once in a while, somebody just go.
Oh, you're face down in the casket.
While you're face down.
Yeah.
That's the greatest thing ever.
Ever. Great thing ever.
How can anyone be upset? I'm just saying, no one would be sad. They would be filming it and calling everybody and telling everybody.
You got to see this. The farting corpse.
I recognize that guy. I met him at Miles' wedding.
All right. Your question. Ben or Jerry, which has never created a single ice cream flavor?
Right. Ben.
No, man.
No, it's
Jerry. Jerry hadn't done anything.
Think about it. All those
All
years.
Jerry does is collect the
flavors.
check.
Right.
The Ben Affleck of the duo.
Wow.
He's actually he is actually
I respect it though.
he's actually the guy in charge of all the creative names and all that stuff.
Right.
So he's the marketing guru.
Ooh, I come up with a name.
Yeah, exactly.
After Ben puts everything together, and Jerry's like, "Oh, you want a name for it?"
Yeah.
Let's call
how
him
it works.
Snickerdoodle.
Yeah, he wasn't going to call it Chunky Monkey.
Yeah.
He's just going to call it like cookies and cream.
Right.
I said, no, it's not how this works.
No, Chunky
We're
Monkey.
going to sell this, man.
How did he come up with chocolate chip cookie dough?
Yeah. Thanks, Jerry.
That was pretty crazy.
Call it Cherry Garcia.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. See, it worked.
We get it, Jerry.
Yeah. Let's pass the joint, you lazy bum.
It's a great idea, man.
Doug, since you keep running your mouth, we got to go to break, so hang on the line for us, man.
More Big Dummy. If you'd like to be a contestant, 206-421-ROCK.
Well, Welcome to the CPAP Games live from the Hayes bedroom. It's another eventful night, Bruce.
It sure is, Ron. Steve has been flailing everywhere, struggling with his CPAP.
His wife, Michelle, is as tense as a fiddle string, trying to contain her rage.
Michelle's rolling Steve over.
There he goes, and the mask is off. Oh, my, the snoring.
Michelle throws an elbow, now a shove.
And she's leaving for the couch. Taking her place is the Hayes' 100-pound lab. Bask in that dog breath, Steve.
With all this struggle, Steve should get Inspire.
Absolutely, Bruce. Inspire is a sleep apnea treatment that gives you comfortable, restful sleep with the click of a remote. That's right, a button. As you sleep, Inspire keeps you breathing normally and sleeping peacefully. There's no mask and no hose. Just sleep.
Learn more at InspireSleep.com. That's InspireSleep.com.
Inspire, sleep apnea innovation. Inspire is not for everyone. Talk to your doctor to see if it's right for you and review important safety information at InspireSleep.com.
KISW, the men's room returns with Miles and Thrill.
PJ Mix had teamed up with the fine folks at the Mary's Place for Kicks for Kids. Yay! Get those kids in a brand new pair of shoes as they get back to school here. Yeah, man, back to school is almost here. It's not too far away for the kids. I know you really look forward to that, Steve, because you want your kids to get a good education. Yeah, sure. Yeah. Each kid, by the way, gets to pick their own pair of shoes, the brand, the style, the whole deal, and the goal is $20,000. Here's why. $50 will buy a pair of sneakers for a kid, for a child. $100 for a teenager. There are over 200 kids in a shelter who need new shoes for school. Right. We need to get this done. Head to KISW.com. Give what you can now. If you give $5, if you give $100, either way, man, we will take it. Kicks for Kids. KISW.com. All right, the game is Big Dummy, 206-421-ROCK.
We still have Doug on the line. Doug, you still
Doug,
there?
That's right. Sorry, Doug. Doug, question 3 we're on.
Question number 3, all right. Question number 3 for you, Doug. What city is the home to the headquarters of the Boeing Company?
What city is headquarters of the home of the Boeing Company?
That is correct.
Oh, it's going to be so bad if I get this wrong.
And I work for it. Yeah.
Well, no, I work for a company that just contracted with them.
Oh, all right. So
Auburn?
Chicago.
Yeah, they moved the actual headquarters.
Chicago.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
See, now you don't feel bad for not knowing it.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
But you really should, Doug. We should talk about this.
I really should, yeah.
All right, here's your question. Let's stick with cities. In what city was Martin Luther King Jr. assassinated? Doug.
I haven't been in history for a while.
What do we do with Doug?
Was it Harlem?
Memphis, Tennessee.
Yes.
And I am sober. I am being the big dummy today.
What's wrong, Dad?
Home of the Blue Angels.
Yeah, full circle.
Right.
Come on, Doug.
All right, Doug, your question. What was the original brand of cereal whose mascot was Sugar Bear?
Original brand of cereal's mascot was Sugar Bear.
It was clearly a pimp. Right? Am I wrong? Think about those commercials. I mean, like, right.
Yeah.
I got a side hustle, too.
Not that. Oh, man.
Sugar Bear. Any guesses?
No, Tony the Tiger was always Frosted Flakes.
Correct. He got fired.
We're talking bears, Doug. All right.
Come on, man. Now you're just
bears. Toucan Sam was a toucan with a long nose.
Yeah, I'm going across all the cereal characters I know. I'm trying to remember when I saw a bear. Cheerios?
I'm going to guess Cocoa Puffs.
No. Super Sugar Crisp.
Oh, Super Sugar Crisp.
Sugar.
Question 5.
I didn't even know that was a type of cereal.
That's why you don't see Sugar Bear much anymore.
If you saw the box, you'd recognize it and be like, oh, that's Sugar Bear. But Sugar Bear also got kind of ruined because of Honey Boo Boo. Remember, Mama June was with a dude named Sugar Bear forever.
Oh. Who say that they got rid of their mascot?
Because of Honey Boo Boo?
I'm just saying, unfortunately, when people hear Sugar Bear, they're thinking about that dude and not the bear that's providing cereal.
I ain't that freaky.
Damn, that is
Mama June took down a mascot.
Man with no teeth.
We need more milk.
Don't ever tell him that. Coming right up. All right.
In the bowl, babe.
Bring it in. Your question. Discovery, Atlantis, Columbia, and Enterprise. They were all names of what vehicle?
Starships.
Can you be a little...
You talking about like actual...
Yeah, actual vehicles. I mean, you're close. You're very close.
Yeah. Can you go through and name them again?
Discovery, Atlantis, Columbia, and Enterprise.
Space shuttles.
Oh, there we go.
There you go.
All right. Ding, ding, ding,
Well,
ding,
what
ding,
else
ding,
is
ding.
close to a
I don't know.
starship?
I mean, that was good.
I mean, I could have said Challenger, but I figured that was a giveaway.
I think he was kind of stuck on Star Trek where I was
with Enterprise.
it's a spacecraft.
Right.
Oh, that was a rental car company.
By the way, somebody here says, even if you Google Sugar Bear, the dude from that show shows up before the mask.
Oh, I bet. Yeah. People watch that show. Game is Big Dummy, 206-421-ROCK.
Hello, Danny. Welcome to the men's room.
Hi.
Hola. Sober, not sober, Danny?
I'm sober.
All right. Danny, you realize you were already the champion.
Can I just say real quick?
Yeah.
My daughter, we listen every day, and my daughter asks me every day, is it Thursday? Is it Thursday? She likes me to call and play, so that's why I call and play.
Oh, all right.
All right.
Blame the kid.
You're going to blame
Classic
your
technique.
kid. My God.
Hey, I respect it, but...
I had two daughters, and now they're young adults, and that's why I do drugs. I drink heavily because of them. Danny, you're going to show up naked to one. Will it be a funeral, wedding, job interview, or Chuck E. Cheese?
Well, the whole time I was thinking this, but I think someone already said it. I will show up naked to my own funeral and my own casket.
All right.
Would you show up naked to your own wedding? But that's right, ladies. Yes.
Let me ask you a question.
This to do.
We were eloping, yes.
Okay. Now, would you be prepared to do that? Let's just say if you drop dead in an hour. All right, right now, okay? But no cosmetic procedures done. In other words, look, no makeup, no nothing. Like, if your legs need to be shaved, your leg is just the way it is. Everything just the way it is right now. Are you good to go? God forbid something happened to you.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
I'm not.
Man, Danny's hairier than I thought.
I know, that's what I'm saying. That's why they call her Danny. Like an Italian Danny.
Right.
Now with a Y.
Right.
Danny Lynn, okay?
Yeah. Danny Fonzarelli.
All right, Danny, here is your first question. What is the largest island in the lower 48 states?
Largest island in the lower 48 states.
Lower 48 states?
That is correct.
Hawaii.
That's not part of the lower 48 states.
Hold on.
Staten Island.
You are close.
Oh, really?
You are very
Manhattan.
close. No.
What's the biggest island?
You got Staten Island.
Oh, Manhattan.
No, he just said
What I
Manhattan.
said.
I said no. You were
Mercer
literally
Island.
looking at us when we had this conversation.
Ellis Island.
No. Long Island.
Long Island.
Long Island.
Long Island.
This is the biggest island in the lower 48.
It's too long.
It's so long. Too long. All right, Danny, question number 2. The first spinoff of CSI, starting in 2002, was set in what city?
Miami.
All right.
Nice. There
Nice
you
job,
go.
Danny. Nice job. Game is Big Dummy, 206-421-ROCK.
Hello, Key. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, you guys.
What's your name? I'm sorry, I missed it.
Key.
Key. Hello, Key. Sober, not sober?
Not sober.
Not sober. Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
You didn't even say sober.
Okay. All right, Key, you're going to show up to Naked to One. Will it be a funeral, wedding, job interview, or Chuck E. Cheese?
It's going to have to be a funeral, and I just want to say I love you guys. You make me laugh every single day.
Thank you. We love you, too.
Talk for yourself.
All right,
I don't know. I don't know that I love you. You seem very nice.
I wish
you seem like a lovable person, but I cannot right now just say I love you because, Key, let's face it, that's kind of weird and creepy. Miles is a weird dude.
I like the fact that you don't bathe very often.
No, I bathe every day. Thank you.
Sure you do.
You're trying to make her dirty.
Yeah, sure you do.
By the way, as far as
not a bragging point.
I bathe every day.
Our friend Freak Show chimed in earlier. He says, I, in fact, was the rat at Chuck E. Cheese years ago at South Center location. I don't know why that bothers me. But on hot summer days, I was definitely naked.
Right.
Oh, Freak Show. Nobody wants to know the rat.
Somebody's got to get back into that rat costume later on. It smells like feta cheese in here and bleach. What is that?
Had to wear it backwards so that the tail would fit.
Oh, my God. The smell in here is unbelievable. This is unbelievable.
You could wear a pair of underwear, one pair of drawers.
I feel like people left crust from the pizza inside the smell.
No.
How many people's childhood did we just ruin by revealing that?
At least
you
4.
went to Chuck E. Cheese in South Center.
Just remember, your kid's head is waist level with that rat when they take pictures.
Right. The dude is naked. Jesus Christ. Oh, okay, Key.
So close.
That's a horrible visual.
I know.
We're trying to ruin it for everyone.
Oh, man, that's great.
All right, your question. What fictional character owned a chimpanzee named Chi-Chi?
Ooh.
The monkey. Chi-Chi?
Chi-Chi, that is correct.
I don't know.
You don't know who owned Chi-Chi the chimp? My
I don't
God.
know.
Is it George?
George?
Curious George? George was
Oh, is it George the chimp?
That's the man in the yellow hat.
Yeah. Oh.
George was the monkey. Dr. Doolittle.
Dr. Doolittle.
Yes.
Of course he did.
Yeah. What would you name a chimp? If I gave you a chimp, Key, what do you name? You're going to laugh at Chi-Chi. What do you got? Michael Jackson had Bubbles. He had Chi-Chi.
Bobo's been taken. Probably Funky Monkey.
You get a chimpanzee and name a Funky Monkey.
Yeah, we'd call him Funky.
I'd name mine Pedro.
I named mine
Nice
Chuck.
funky little monkey.
Chuck the chimp. You guys want to hang out with Chuck?
No,
because it'll rip your face off.
All right, your question.
Hey, don't go in there. Chuck's in the bathroom.
He blows it.
Don't follow Chuck at the back. Why is it so bad? Well, he's a chimpanzee. Courtesy flush, Chuck. Damn.
Don't stop eating all that pizza before bed, Chuck.
No more breadsticks for you.
Right.
Endless my ass. We cut it off now. All right, your question. On the Jimmy Kimmel Show, what is his sidekick, Guillermo's, last name? Martinez, Ibanez, or Rodriguez?
Oh, it's going to have to be Ibanez.
I'm going to say Martinez just based on the fact that that's the most popular name in America.
Well, it's still a stupid answer, Miles. It's Rodriguez.
I was going numbers. Let's go for a numbers game.
That was submitted by listener Kel Williams. Thank you, Kel. I like that question.
I still feel like Smith is winning that one.
What do you mean?
Martinez is very close, but Smith I still think is the most popular.
Really, you're going to hang on to this? I mean, they tell
I've
you
got the
year
numbers.
after year.
I got the numbers in my
Dad doesn't care.
Okay.
Yeah, what are they underneath your hole-in-one certificate?
No, they're right on my desk. I actually have these.
All right, Key, your question. How many NFL teams are undefeated in the Super Bowl? That's for Mike Hawk.
Ooh.
He likes to just ask us this crap randomly in the office.
Are undefeated.
Undefeated.
In the Super Bowl.
That means you may have only won one, but you only went once, right? So
I know the Baltimore Ravens is one.
That is correct.
Maybe 3?
Not a bad guess. Ted, what do you think?
Do I need to name them or just guess how many?
Just guess how many.
I'll say 4.
Chuck told you, didn't he?
That's cheating.
Does the Los Angeles St. Louis Rams count? They do not.
No, because they've lost.
Right. Who did they lose to?
Who the hell did they lose?
They lost to the Pats.
Patriots.
Oh, right.
The greatest show on turf.
Oh, that's right.
Right. So the Ravens are 2-0, the Bucks are 2-0, the Saints and the Jets are both 1-0.
Well, they beat the Titans.
Sorry, that was a little aggressive.
All right, your question. In nautical folklore, what ship is condemned to sail the seas for all eternity?
Okay, the Black Pearl was...
He has wooden shoes.
I get it.
The Dutchman, the Flying Dutchman.
Yeah! Flying Dutchman. Look at that. That was correct. I thought that was a sex move for Dirty Big Dummy.
It is also that.
Oh.
But you have to get a running start.
I did not know that was a real thing.
And nail the landing.
Yeah, you really do.
That's very important, right?
Snap
you
it in
get one
half.
shot, correct.
It is Big Dummy, 206-421-ROCK.
Hello, Pat. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola.
Pat, are you sober or not sober?
Not sober.
You bet you're bringing the energy, brother.
Yeah, Pat, you okay, man?
I'm thrilled we have an update.
Update.
Checked it out. It's true. Thanks to Solaris 13 man. Boeing's headquarters, as of a couple months ago,
Arlington, Virginia. Look, the guy was still wrong. All right? I was wrong.
We can't keep up with you both.
He was wrong. Yeah. We were all wrong.
One moment you're South Carolina, one moment you're... I don't know. Anyway, Pat, you got to show up -1. Will be a funeral, wedding, job interview, or Chuck E. Cheese?
Wedding.
Wedding. Okay.
Available trim there.
You're the life of the party. That's why you're invited, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Hey, Thrill, my wife said she thought she had seen you at the Red Hot Chili Peppers concert last night and recognized you by your beard. Well, I can't guarantee that was me, but it was me. All right, your question, multiple choice. Faith Hill, Dolly Parton, Tanya Tucker, or Shania Twain? Who was born Audrey Perry?
Faith Hill.
Damn. Okay, well and done. Very good, very good. All right, we got time for another contestant. Big Dummy is the game, 206-421-ROCK.
Hello, Marshall. Welcome to the men's room.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Hola. Marshall, welcome to Big Dummy. I know you're always working when you call, so I'm going to say not sober. Men's room poll. You got to show up -1. Funeral, wedding, job interview, or Chuck E. Cheese?
Let's go with a job.
What do you do for a living?
I work at UPS.
You work what?
I work at UPS.
Oh.
You ever do it naked?
That would be crazy.
What can Brown do for you, mama? Got 2 packages for you. All right. Here's your question. Which U.S. president was fatally shot in 1881?
1881.
1881.
That'd be Garfield. I'm not Garfield.
Damn.
There it is.
There you go. One and done again.
Too
We're on a
easy.
roll. Okay, let's keep doing it.
I think I'm up with special questions for him. Just make them ridiculous. How many grains of sand fits into the 3 holes of a bowling ball? 18,574,000. Yeah, off you go, man. One and done.
What size is the ball?
I did that one time, man. I actually guessed on a jelly bean bowl and won a big prize.
Are you kidding me?
I was just the closest.
Oh, all right. Okay. She won by
still win.
default.
I mean, it was 101. It was 200 tickets, man.
No, but you said I guessed the right number. That is not true.
I guessed
you
the closest to the number.
Yeah, I mean, congratulations.
But no one knew you didn't know the number the other people guessed.
Right.
How about Miles aside on this one? That's a win.
That's a win.
I mean, that's how the game is played.
Yeah, it's a win. Closest to the pin.
Yeah.
All right, say you actually guessed the right number of jelly beans, right?
That would be like having that's a royal flush, but it doesn't mean I still can't win.
But what would you get? Like, what was the ante if you nailed it?
Oh, God. I don't know.
Like, spend a night with Carmen Electra? I don't
even think that was an option.
Really?
Yeah. I think it was basically like, that's not
if
going to
you
happen.
can win just by getting close, I want some extra if I nail it.
All right.
That's just me. I'm fun to play games with, you can tell. Hello, Brian. Welcome to the men's room.
Hi, how you doing, man?
Hola.
Sober, not sober?
Not sober.
Not sober. Wonderful. All right, you got to show up -1. Is it a funeral, a wedding, job interview, or Chuck E. Cheese?
Gotta be a funeral.
All right, funeral it is.
All right. Here is your question. 5, 7, 9, or 12? How many Emirates make up the United Arab Emirates?
Oh, God, I have no idea. I'll just go with Fox.
7.
Gotcha.
Now name them. All right, your question. Which planet in the solar system has the longest day?
Oh, man, the longest day?
Yeah, it lasts for like 242 of our days. That one has the shortest day.
Gotta guess either the first or last, I would think. We'll go with the first one. How about Mercury?
Uranus. Not my anus. Not Uranus. Venus.
Oh, second one.
The longest day.
That's the longest day. God, Venus, so depressing. All right, your question. True or false? If you've ever been in a duel in the state of Oregon, you cannot run for political office.
Oh, well, that would be so random if it's false, so I'll say true.
Okay, well done.
Yeah.
So don't get in a duel.
Coming up, Ted's Meat and Potatoes has red flags that show a restaurant is of very, very low quality. You are listening to Men's Room.
Nobody likes keeping track of a wallet full of credit cards with complicated rewards categories. And BECU members like Heather don't have to.
With this card, I don't really spend a lot of time thinking about it. I just use it and pay it. It's pretty simple.
Keep things simple with the Cashback Visa from BECU. No more confusing categories, no more blackout dates. Just 1.5% cash back on every purchase. BECU. Power in people. Member compensated for participation. Cash advances and cash-like transactions do not qualify as purchases. Contact BECU at 800-233-2328 for current product and rate information.
Welcome to the CPAP Games live from the Hayes bedroom. It's another eventful night, Bruce.
It sure is, Ron. Steve has been flailing everywhere, struggling with his CPAP.
His wife, Michelle, is as tense as a fiddle string, trying to contain her rage.
Michelle's rolling Steve over.
There he goes, and the mask is off. Oh, my, the snoring.
Michelle throws an elbow, now a shove.
And she's leaving for the couch. Taking her place is the Hayes' 100-pound lab. Bask in that dog breath, Steve.
With all this struggle, Steve should get Inspire.
Absolutely, Bruce. Inspire is a sleep apnea treatment that gives you comfortable, restful sleep with the click of a remote. That's right, a button. As you sleep, Inspire keeps you breathing normally and sleeping peacefully. There's no mask and no hose. Just sleep.
Learn more at InspireSleep.com. That's InspireSleep.com.
Inspire, sleep apnea innovation. Inspire is not for everyone. Talk to your doctor to see if it's right for you and review important safety information at InspireSleep.com.
What's up? It's your boy, the Ted Smith. Thanks for listening to the Men's Room Daily Podcast. Want more? Check out the greatest podcast in all the land, The Podcast. Be sure to subscribe and listen to a brand new episode every Tuesday night.
The debauchery rolls on. You're listening to the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill. 99.9 KISW.
Head chef coming up. Ted's Meat and Potatoes has red flags that show a restaurant is of very low quality. But first, time for a few emails from the Men's Room at KISW.com.
You've got mail. You've got mail.
As we jump right into the birthdays, belated birthday shout-outs.
Oh, well, now.
All of the Joels have a request. My brother, 25th birthday was May the 31st.
Oh, May 31st.
Forgot to request a shout out as he wanted because I'm a terrible sister.
May 31st.
Can you give him a birthday shout out for me? Anybody want to answer that?
No.
And you are a terrible sister.
That is awful. It's not like you missed it by a day. It's August 4th. It was May 31st. Yeah. By the way, happy birthday, Mom.
Wow.
She's turning 21 again.
Yay. Oh, today your mom is?
Yeah,
today's your mom's birthday?
Today is my mother's birthday.
Nice,
yes, indeed.
Nice.
You know what she treated herself to? She sent me a picture.
Of her?
Tell me it's her and the gecko hanging out.
Oh, God. No. She's eating blue crabs.
Oh, good call.
Blue crabs, dude, yeah.
She get them shipped out?
She had to, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, you know my mom, she spared them herself.
Liquor and Horse would like to give a birthday shout out to my brother Dirty Dave in Spanaway, 32 years old today. He's a lineman for Tacoma Power. So can we get the Dirty Germans telling him how they would like to celebrate with him tonight on his big day, climbing around his long wooden pole? Maybe some advice from Coach Ted on his upcoming wedding to his fiancée Lacey later on this year in December. Thanks for the help and rock on, bitches. Signed is Dog Kevin in Puyallup.
Yeah, first of all, it's very impressive that your pet dog typed such an eloquent email. Furthermore, based on what you do for a living, I say even though you won't be at work, we will create our own electricity.
Yeah, I also think the word dirty in front of your name when you live in Spanaway is a little redundant. So just Dave down there. All right, Dirty Dave. Coming up, wedding advice. Number 1, invite people to dance. Number 2, maybe give them a drink or two. Some people don't dance before that. If that doesn't work, you can do what I did at Mike's wedding. Shame people. They'll start dancing. Yeah. You just call them out. Then when everybody's shaking those booties on the floor, you can start having fun.
Gentlemen, from down in Arizona we are. Today is my 35th birthday. Can I get the Dirty Germans talking about what's going to happen today for me and Miles with an inspirational quote to just get me through the day. Thanks, guys. That from David.
David, yeah, you're in Arizona. Well, guess what? According to my penis, it's about to be monsoon season.
Yes. The garage will be overflowing with a river of dirty water.
Yeah, man custard.
It's in season.
Gentleman's yogurt. Masculine mayonnaise.
It's the mayonnaise with the zing.
Yeah.
What gives it the zing?
So you have to ask the Duke fella. I like to call mine Miracle Whip.
All right. David, here you go. Something to think about. When someone who works at a morgue dies, unfortunately, they still need to come back to work one more time. Oh, it's not, because you're dead. Don't really have to go back to work.
You know what? When I die, I want them to bring my ass to the studio.
That's what I'm saying.
You
drag him in.
That's right.
Clear out your desk.
Thrill's in there. Death thrill.
I'm a hola, bichola. Oh, gentlemen, I want to wish Steve, my favorite husband and sexiest 60-year-old in Kitsap County, a very happy birthday. Please give him some green beans, because that's all he'll be getting today.
Oh, damn.
Lots of love from his younger wife.
Green bean. Green bean.
That's all he'll be.
Green bean.
Okay.
Green beans.
This is the entirety of his birthday celebration right now.
That's it.
Well, I guess it's better than having blue. Those greens. Beans.
Blue beans? Blue beans? Blue beans. All right, guys, here you go. Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday to you, to you, to you.
Ya's a Dirty Germans brought to you by Men's Room Original Sausage. Available through Uli's world famous sausage, mensroomlive.com, and other fine retailers. Schweinefleisch.
Thank you, Wobble. A couple extra emails. What do we got? The Great Wolf Lodge, Steve. You mentioned, are you going to the Great Wolf Lodge or not?
No, I'm not.
Do you
My
have a
wife's
choice?
taking the kid. Yeah, that's why I'm not going.
You could go.
Yeah, I could.
Thrill, you mentioned not wanting to go to the Great Wolf Lodge.
You heard correct.
I've been in your shoes. However, they have a bar on every level. Ew. You get to walk around with booze. Trust me, it eases the pain. That from Timothy.
Great news. I will not know.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
You know what I have in my house? Beer.
Yep.
I'm fine.
Subject.
You know who's not there? Everyone who's at Great Wolf Lodge. They are not in my home.
What do I got? Oh, what'd you find that you weren't looking for? I was going to try to search for something, but I realized I don't have time. Ola Bachella's growing up in Leavenworth back in the day. My mom, her shower was in the master bedroom, and that was the only one that worked at the time. So all of us kids, we had to use it. Being the curious or snoopy kid that I was, I looked behind the mirror and saw a baggie. I pulled it out, and it was just short of an eighth. Needless to say, I grabbed a small bud, and nothing ever happened. This continued. Fast forward a year. My mom and stepdad took their second trip to Hawaii for a couple weeks while a friend of hers was looking after us. I continued to snoop and found that dude had several eights ready to sell. At first, I took a very small bud from each. As time went on, I would go back for more. When they got back from the island, my mom came back into my room and said that I owed him for an eighth of weed. I can't remember how I paid him back. I think I just gave him $40. As to the question, after 20 years go by, and the family is in town for Christmas and the lighting, I'm staying in my old room, looking out the window, and I look over into a crevice of the window, and I see a cigarette wrapper shoved in the corner. I pull it out, and lo and behold, it has a huge bud inside. It was waiting for me to find again. I used to hide my weed in obvious places. I tore myself up before walking downtown with the family. Good times, bitches, and thanks for all you do, and rock on. That from Jeff and Everett. Oh, here we go. Ola Bacholas, this is the death or a...
Do people still hide weed now that it's like Especially in like states like Washington, where you just go to the store and get some.
Only when the landlord comes around.
Yeah, so I was just like, you know what I mean? I mean, that used to be a thing, is you didn't want to smoke it all, but it's like, right, like now you just go to the store and get a joint.
That is correct.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's absolutely right. Okay. What else we got here? Let's see here. Death, funeral, hearse, limo. We were talking about, how would you make more money? Would you make more money if you had a limousine?
Or hearse, right.
Depending on the day, you'd think a limo would be used more on the weekends.
Prom season, weekends, right? But the hearse, I'm telling you,
weddings.
People that are into hearses, they'll pay top dollar.
That's right. Ola Michelos, as the original listener of the Men's Room since day one on the Buzz, I can remember one of the earlier shows had a caller called on the topic, I believe it was weird or strange jobs, and he was a mortician. I remember everything seemed somewhat normal until he admitted to maybe, I don't know, fooling around with a corpse or two. Wonder if you guys remember that call. It still makes me shudder.
I don't, and I'm glad I don't.
Yeah, I blocked that out of my memory, apparently.
On the topic of transporting the body of a family member, as long as there's no legal holds, investigations on the body, you're free to do so with your family member, whatever you do, as long as it doesn't violate whatever local laws there may be on corpses. We've transported several family members by pickup truck in cargo vans to their final resting place. Also, it's not uncommon for the deceased to be transported in a means relative to their profession, tow truck, semis, farm tractor.
Do you drag them on the tow truck?
I'm not sure.
Like you put the hook in the back and just drag them down the road.
And Miles, you were asking limo or hearse. I think depending on how many bookings you can get, the hearse would be the bigger earner. Limos can be $50 to $200 an hour, but a hearse is closer to $1,000 per trip or a couple. Schedule 2 or 3 funerals a day. I think you've got 12-hour limo shift beat. That from Trucker Mike and one more.
It'd certainly be more fun to drive the limo.
Well, it depends on your definition of fun.
Mm-hmm. I say generally, people at funerals, not in the best mood.
But it's not they're riding with you, so you could be in a great mood. You know what I mean? Listen to all your tunes on the way to They don't know, man.
What would happen if you put a siren on top of a limo and you turned it on? Do you think people would get out of your way? This guy really wanted to be buried quickly.
You mean on the hearse?
Yes.
Yeah, I think they would.
On the hearse.
I think they would.
Not the limo, the hearse.
Oh, the hearse. I'm sorry, the hearse. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, people, I know a couple people that have a hearse, I think. Like, right. I would not be shocked if they have a weird, but is it legal to put a red siren on it?
I'm not sure.
Wait a minute. It's already been done.
What do you mean?
The Ghostbusters.
Well, sure, but they had a job. It was very specific.
And finally, the subject is man versus bee. Miles, holy S. This is funny effing show. Thank you for bringing it up last night. I watched it all in one shot.
Wow.
Good looking out. That from your buddy Lacey Steve. He says, P.S. Pretty new to Lacey. I've heard you talk about a Mexican place in DuPont, Miles, a few times, but I can never remember the name of it. Can you spill the beans? Thanks, man. That is Viva Mexican Restaurant down there.
I like the idea. I like the idea that's not where he lives. He's just Lacey Steve.
Yeah. It's because of the clothes he wears.
Right?
Oh, I live in Everett, dog.
Ooh, is that a pineapple? Is that a pineapple on your porch, Lacey Steve? All right. Codo will drink and tell us with a shot of the day, but first.
Time to open wide and sample Ted's meat and potatoes. Now, here's your host, head chef of the Men's Room, the Ted Nugent.
Head chef in the house.
Thank you, folks. Thank you. It's good to be back here. Now, it's not very chef-like to crap on other restaurants, but I got together with some other chefs, and we're going to share with you guys some of the red flags that show a restaurant is low quality.
Okay.
Also, with that said, outside of getting sick, like, sometimes you might like a low-quality spot, and that's okay.
Sure.
They're not reinventing the wheel.
That's it.
Well, what are you going to eat in your life? And by the way, Ted, they point out Ghostbusters was an ambulance, not a hearse.
Okay. That's a weird-looking ambulance. I feel like it was a hearse and they turned it into that.
If they put you in there, you might think you're dead.
The smell.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that is...
If it's a sour smell or a disinfected smell, red flag.
Whoa. If you walk into a place and it smells like ass, and all they do is serve food,
you might not want to eat that.
Okay.
I mean, it's pretty simple.
Huh.
Yeah, they're right. They are.
I'm going to pay attention to this.
Well, if it's depending on the type of restaurant,
right.
If there should be a sour smell in there, but right, if you just walk in and it smells like sour or bleach,
what kind of restaurant?
You know it's going to smell like crap before you go. Like what style of food? Can I almost guarantee? Like walking there, and go, oh God, I can't wait for me here.
But it's so
Jesus,
so tasty.
Maybe Korean because of kimchi.
Yeah, that's true.
Or
That's true.
German because of sauerkraut.
Some place where they microwave broccoli. I don't know.
Ooh.
It does smell like
And look, I was guilty of it forever. Like microwave broccoli is a bad smell.
It is a bad
It's just so simple. All right, here's a red flag you should look out for. If there's a fish tank, take a look at it.
All right.
Take a look at the fish tank.
Correct. If it's clean, the kitchen is too. If they got a fish tank that hasn't been washed in a while, you probably don't trust the kitchen. And if it's actually clean.
I've heard that before. The fish are floating upside down. Like, maybe we don't need
What if it's got lobsters in it?
Ooh.
I would think same thing.
Okay.
There's a restaurant I go to in the ID across from the stadiums, and they have everything. I mean, like they have tanks with king crabs, like any kind of shellfish you could imagine. They got it in there.
Yeah.
It's awesome. I come every time I come back from the bathroom, I just stare at it.
If you go to Burnett's down in Renton, the woman, her pet is a big, really nice. What are those fish called? Koi? What are the? Koi. In a tank on the counter back there.
Yeah, you spin poi.
I always ask her one day, man, when you cook that thing, man, I really want to have a bite of it. She's always like,
This one's pretty simple. Dirty bathrooms and dirty floors equal dirty kitchen. I would also say, again, take a look at where you're at, right? So if you're in a very high traffic area, like they might just, and it's 9 a.m., they might just not have gotten right back in there to clean that bathroom or some, you know what I mean? Somebody might have tracked something in there. But generally, if you walk in and the floors are dirty, again, it's like, all right, what are we doing? Unless, again, you're looking for that kind of thing. Yeah. Maybe you have some friends that are scumbags or dirtbags.
It's since closed, but one afternoon, Steve and I were in Bernard's, and there was 2 inches of water in the bathroom.
Yeah.
You couldn't even go there. You just peed from the hallway.
But you knew what that place was.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I learned that bar from another friend of mine.
That is 6-page menu. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me.
Yeah.
You gotta be kidding me. Here? Like, no.
I can order any of that.
I have some friends. We refer to ourselves as dirtbags, but I always say that. And people are like, just call me a dirtbag. I'm like, no, dirtbags like us.
Yeah, it's different.
All right. This is one I don't completely agree with, but it's true. A huge menu is a sign that the food is frozen and that the ingredients aren't fresh.
Well, sure. Yeah.
Correct.
But I don't care. I mean, they're right, but I know where I'm at,
like
man.
Cheesecake Factory?
Yeah.
To me, that's not,
You know that.
No, and here's the deal. Some of them, like, there's a place I'm thinking of that literally I was at like a week ago, right? Mm-hmm. They have a monstrous huge menu. Now, a lot of things you could tell are frozen and they just fry them up or whatever. Sure. But you could also see into the kitchen and could see them like actually making wraps and stuff.
I don't think they're grinding the shaving the coconut to put on the shrimp.
Right. I mean,
assuming it's
a bag of coconut, dog.
Correct.
Yeah. Look, my thought is if the menu has a picture on it, it's probably not fresh. Unless it's a breakfast menu.
Yeah.
Correct. And sometimes
that's absolutely
and
right.
You know where you're at. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying too. Like, I mean, I can think of 100 sports bars I've been to in this state, in Maryland, where it's like, yeah, well, this is why we come here, though, is to drink beer and eat like frozen
mozzarella sticks aren't fresh.
Right. Yeah, right. Like, come on. Let's see. Carpet's one of the most disgusting things. Vacuuming only goes so far. That's fair. If you have carpeting in a restaurant, that's just a pain in the butt. Period.
Sure. And that's a bad idea.
Yeah.
The same thing. Spill. Keep stains.
But things do spill, but that's when people do not tell someone they spilled. So with carpet,
so you're saying as a,
I knocked the water over, right?
Right.
I look down and disappears. So what? Right?
No one has to know.
But if it's on a floor, a hardwood floor, someone's
right. You got to clean it up.
Yeah.
So as a consumer, we want a carpeted restaurant.
Well,
so we can be sloppy.
The pad's going to be full of Coca-Cola and stuff. Right. Like if the kid knocks the Coke over, you're just going to wipe it up real quick. You're not going to take care of the floor.
I feel like you got to be in a
tile or something.
You got to be in a pretty old school space to see carpeting in the restaurant.
You do.
Yeah. I mean, you just don't see that much.
It smells like a deep fryer.
Right. Well, I would say on the other end too, you can go to some super fancy restaurants and like their carpets are meticulously clean.
Yeah, and somebody hates doing that.
Oh, for sure. Again, these are some red flags that show a restaurant is low quality. The bread. They can't get the bread right. They don't know anything.
Okay.
Which, I'm trying to think of a restaurant I've been to where it's like, God damn, they screwed up this toast.
This bread is so bad.
Well, typically, I always get very excited when they ask if you want bread ahead of time. Would you like some bread to start? Yeah.
Well, and when I was a kid, I used to get super mad because some restaurants would just have like those bread sticks.
Yeah.
That were terrible. not talking like the high-quality Olive Garden stuff, like the hard, crusty ones. But nowadays, I feel like you see a lot of restaurants, even like cheaper ones, they actually have bread.
They do.
Yeah. Let's see. If you could smell the seafood when you walk in, then it's not fresh.
Back to smell. If it smells bad. If it smells like fish.
Right, which is funny. Again, like, coming from Maryland, like, there's been so many restaurants that when you walk by the dumpsters, and it's just old crab shells and it is the worst smell you will ever smell in your life. Then you walk in and it's like, oh, it smells amazing inside.
I know.
Right.
I know.
Yeah. But yeah, if you could smell the seafood before you walk in, it's not fresh.
Especially if it's not a seafood restaurant.
Yeah, exactly.
That's when it's real bad.
If you see a lot of plates left half full, they say, run. Which I guess is fair. If you don't even want to take the other half of your burger home.
We just walk over and casually look up at people's tables like, what are you doing?
You done eating?
You going to finish that?
Well,
are you going to finish that, or is that all you're eating?
Start asking people.
Well, I'm not done yet. Oh, I just checked.
Okay.
That's all. Because you're going to leave that. We're leaving.
I also think part of it, too, is like, if people haven't been sitting there, they're clearly gone, and there's just half a sandwich sitting there. Like,
that is a bad look.
I'm a little worried about the service in here. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? When you walk in, you aren't greeted, or nobody makes eye contact.
Ooh, yeah. Okay.
Right? It's like, you want to sit in a booth? Like, why are you being so shifty? And then the last one, we kind of talked on it earlier, stock photos on the menu and cheap silverware as well.
Okay. Sure. But I know where I'm at if there's a photo on the menu. You know
That's what I think, too. There's some places I love, and their menus have photos.
Sure. Yep.
And it influences.
And they're all
me.
chains.
Thank you, Head Chef. We appreciate it. You're listening to The Men's Room.
Welcome to the CPAP Games live from the Hayes bedroom. It's another eventful night, Bruce.
It sure is, Ron. Steve has been struggling with his CPAP.
His wife, Michelle, is trying to contain her rage.
Michelle throws an elbow.
She's leaving for the couch.
Steve should get Inspire.
Absolutely, Bruce. Inspire is a sleep apnea treatment that gives you comfortable, restful sleep with the click of a remote. There's no mask and no hose. Just sleep.
Learn more at InspireSleep.com.
Inspire is not for everyone. Talk to your doctor to see if it's right for you and review important safety information at InspireSleep.com.
99.9 KISW. The shenanigans continue. This is the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill.
All right, so coming up here in just a few minutes, we'll drink and toast with the shot of the day. And we do have your headlines on the way at 5:50. But first, quick check out Mike Hawk and some of the stories and headlines he is not working on.
All right, 1 in 3 people say finding bugs in their home makes them want to burn their house down.
1 in 3?
1 in 3.
Damn.
1 in 3 people should not own homes.
Yeah.
You're going to find bugs in there, man.
I don't know if they understand the value of a home.
Right.
Daddy, why don't we live in a home anymore?
Saw a spider.
And the problem is that we do live in a society that loves to exaggerate that type of thing. So, yeah, it's kind of funny, cutesy. Yeah, I'll burn the whole house down. Right. Stop saying that, please. Right. Can we just knock that off?
Now we'll take you seriously.
That'd be great.
I don't know that I've ever been to any house ever where there's not a bug.
Right.
It's inevitable.
Yeah.
Gonna happen. Now, you might get the creepy crawlies. If you want to go ahead and spray all over the place, hire somebody to come in and gas bomb the place, all right, cool.
Or do the old shoe trick.
The old shoe trick, that works just fine. You don't need to grab a hairspray and lighter.
Right.
A man and his wife hired his mother to house sit and watch the dog while they were away for the week. They came back to every room being repainted, pictures hung on the walls, and a shop light over the kitchen table.
What?
What happened?
She just started redoing everything. They left for the week, and she repainted the house. She hung up photos. She changed the light fixture in the kitchen.
Was it still their stuff, their pictures, or did she move in?
I didn't work on that particular portion of it, but I got a sneaking hunch, no. She probably hung up pictures of herself, maybe some of them as well.
That is so weird, man.
Right? It's not your house to decorate.
No.
It's a nice sentiment, but, man, we liked it this way. A 47% of people say they'd be happier if they avoided the news for a month.
Well,
that's true.
Except for people over 65.
I believe that.
They said that it would actually make their lives worse. They'd be more upset.
I need to know what's going on.
Hey,
same crap.
Why, man?
You're right.
65. Shoot, you've seen it all.
Nothing new's happening.
You're good. A woman in Ohio thinks that she got the first audio recording of Bigfoot.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, man.
Like him saying something or just him walking?
What's up, everybody? It's me, your friend Sasquatch. Can't get a good picture, but what'd he do?
What's good?
What's good, fam?
What if he was like, hello?
It is me.
Hello there.
I love show tunes and
Nathan Lane.
Can I borrow your telephone? I need to call
long
somebody.
walks in the woods.
I've been out here a long while.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, yeah, my phone's dead.
What are you into? Long walks in the woods, hiding.
Also, I just want to set for the record, I'm not from Arkansas.
Also, I'm polyamorous.
Could someone give me a ride into town? I missed my bus a while back.
I have sex with bears.
During hibernation.
You don't have any of those.
They never even know I'm there.
You don't have any of those
I'm
moistened,
a creepy little fella.
moistened wipes, do you? That's a mess back there.
I haven't got $1 from the toilet paper company. Oh, those are bears.
But I'm great.
Bigfoot cannot use regular toilet paper.
But his
What do you think he uses?
He's using a wet wipe.
he's the Jack Links guy.
I mean, look, man, that's all not. You know when your cat or dog gets a big knob in them, they're hairy.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, think about that.
Oh, yeah.
That backside's going to be a mess.
His OnlyFans does a great job, though.
Yeah, that's the first thing you have to do. Like, look, dude, you can't stay here. Not until we get that taken care of. We got to take you to the groomer.
Get that out
Ted's
of there,
Jim
man.
Chuck. I thought he blew up the bathroom.
Yeah.
Sasquatch moved in.
No.
Ooh, can't sit on the couch. No,
Gentlemen,
no.
let me ask you this. Have any of you ever injured yourself while doing the deed?
I got a Charlie horse once.
Got a Charlie
which
horse.
sucked.
Okay.
Not really. I mean, I've injured the area, but not doing that.
Okay. Any injuries?
Yeah,
there,
I'm
Ted
going to
Smith?
throw maybe like a cramp, but I've never like fallen off the bed and broke something.
Gotcha. Well, someone recently did a study that brings us to...
The Men's Room Top 10. The Men's Room Top 10.
10 wince-inducing sex-related injuries. I got pink eye once. I was traveling south of the border and encountered strong crosswinds.
It's a bad time. So these are the 10 wince-inducing injuries during sex. Basically just what anybody can expect maybe at some point in their sexual career.
All right.
Number 10 being emotional injuries.
Oh, my God.
It says whether it's a one-night stand, a friends with benefit situation, or within a long-term committed relationship, any sexual encounter has the potential to cause a painful emotional injury.
An emotional injury.
Emotional damage.
Yeah, it turns out I wasn't into that.
Right. I didn't want it. I told you that when you got started.
Right?
Yeah, I'm not enthusiastic.
I said nothing at the first knuckle, but I did ask you to stop.
Right. Now I'm in the bathroom crying.
And my butt hurts.
Please leave me alone.
I'm going to need a minute.
Right.
I don't know you're going to do that.
I knew where you were going. I just didn't know where the final destination was.
Maybe a heads up next time. That's a fair warning, you know. I'm tearing up now.
I'd have held my breath a little longer. Things go weird.
I thought it saved the breathe. I didn't know that would happen.
Number 9, food irritation. It says incorporating chocolate sauce, whipped cream, and other food into your sex game sounds like a good idea, but in practice, it's gross and a good way to induce bacteria into sensitive areas, or rather, introduce bacteria into sensitive areas, which can result in UTIs, yeast infections, bacterial vaginosis.
Oh, yeah. That definitely
Wasn't that part of supercalifragilistic? You got
extra vaginosis.
Yeah. No one needs to. No one
Pretty
needs
sure that's what they say in the song, Mike.
Supercalifragilistic bacterial vaginosis. Even though the
It smells like It smells like halitosis.
It does say the exception to the rule: coconut oil. It says go ahead and slather that stuff everywhere.
Oh, slather the coconut oil.
I just hate coconuts. So
It doesn't taste like it. Doesn't. You don't want to eat the oil.
I was going to say, I don't like coconut, the flavor, but cooking with coconut oil and it's fine.
Nah, the smell, man. I hate everything about coconut.
You can't smell it.
As I can.
No, the coconut oil.
Yeah, I know.
He says he can.
I can.
Okay.
I don't like it.
He can also taste all the different flavors of a Skittle.
Use grapeseed oil. It smells just like grapes.
Okay.
No, it doesn't. No. I use a virgin olive oil.
Sasquatch.
Smells like the 9th grade. Don't it, Tina?
Number 8.
I know when I first came when I was 17 that we were meant to be. I told you one day we'd get an above ground poo. Look outside. Oh, you didn't, did you? Yeah, I did. Spray painted the name on it and everything. Oh my God, we have a poo. Yep. I'm 58 now, but I knew I'd get one for you eventually.
10 sex-related injuries.
Same with him on a hill.
Number 8, slips and falls. Says it seems like such a good idea to get it on in the shower, but it just isn't good practice. It's slippery, and even if it wasn't, it's no fun in the shower.
All right, I've heard shower stuff.
Yeah.
Shower stuff.
Shower stuff.
With Ted, the new podcast.
Shower stuff.
Oh, I'm soaping up my chest. I don't know. Depends on how slippery the floor is.
Right? You got to put down one of those anti-slip mats.
Yeah.
Maybe have that.
Yeah, but that's just
shower.
If you got one of those big like rubber mats, and I mean, haven't you basically just said like I'm going to die soon? Those are the only people that have them.
My days are numbered.
I mean, you ever go like spinning like a 25-year-old thing? Oh, I didn't want anybody to fall. Right. Okay.
But why don't we have them? We always bitch about worrying about slipping in the shower.
Because we have to admit that we're old.
You never think, like, I need to go buy this.
I've thought about it. Just haven't pulled the trigger.
You also need that senior bar and the...
Oh, no, those are pretty
expensive. I mean, look, I'm perfectly fine to get in and out of a shower. But if I could, I'd get one of those showers with the doors.
Yeah.
This is handy.
I mean, this sounds bad, but me and DB, like the first place we moved into this building in Towson, and it had just been built. So they were like, we don't have a lot of people, so they wanted people to move in. Long story longer, we ended up in a unit that was built to accommodate, like, what's it, ADA?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
So his shower had like a chair you could pull down and sit in there.
Sweet. Yeah.
So sit in there all the time and shower.
Number 7, bruises. Bruises from sex can happen in many different ways, from bites to spanks to hickeys to an accidental elbow to the chin when the dog jumps on the bed.
Or when you get flogged by that 15-pound
Mike uses the handicap shower at the gym downstairs.
I do. It's very big. I like it.
Why the guy in the wheelchair just sits there and waits. I talked to him, though. Have you ever talked to him before?
Yeah, he just, just sits there naked in his chair waiting to get in.
Yep.
Naked in his chair. All right.
So you've seen him, too.
Sweaty and gross.
Sorry, man. It's Mike again. He's
taking his time in there.
He could have knocked. I'd have gotten out. Yeah. Number 6, friction burns.
Damn. Oh, rug burns are a good one.
Carpet. Yeah.
Friction burns on the penis and vagina and knees and elbows are a common.
You might want to use some lube, my friend.
Well, also you were talking about bruises. Like, I'll call people out on this all the time. They're like, a girl's like, yeah, look at this nasty bruise. And I'm like, that's right on the side of your knee. I know where that's from.
I know what that is.
All right. Like, nobody else has been like, hey, you've got to stop squeezing so hard.
Often caused by a lack of lubrication or particularly prolonged or vigorous intercourse, minor friction burns are not generally something to worry about. Number 5, urinary tract and yeast infections. Anyone can get UTIs after sex, but after sex at some point, oopsie daisy. Never mind. But like 50 to 60% of women actually will get a yeast infection after sex at some point in their lives.
Okay. Wasn't that why you got to use the bathroom afterwards?
Exactly. Yeah, it's to clean everything out there.
Get in there.
10
do that waddle.
Get in there.
10 sex-related injuries. Number 4, rectal and vaginal injuries caused by foreign objects.
Yep.
I got this in China. Oh, you mean... sorry. It's a chair.
No, baby, it's a Samsung.
I don't use foreign objects.
I bought this in Korea to bring here to you today.
This is a Canadian import.
Take that bottle of Molson.
It apologizes while it flogs you.
Got this in France. Oui, here we go.
The whole baguette.
Is that a foreign object? Yeah, bought it in Gay Paris. Here you go.
It does say patients show up at doctors' offices with all kinds of weird things inserted in themselves from toy cars to bottles and cell phones.
Bottles and cell phones?
So they're basically saying, like, don't worry. They've seen weirder.
Ooh, man.
Toy cars.
I don't have...
Where's my Hot Wheel? Don't ask.
I just like the idea. It's like, I don't have anything that vibrates. Hang on, I'll get my phone.
Hang on.
I got a toothbrush.
I got to call in.
I just need to change the top of it. Right?
I think I'd put my phone in before I put my toothbrush in.
Oh, God.
What if you brushed your teeth and then they took the other end? So that way. I ain't going to waste this. You got that crust coming out of your mouth.
That's what I'm thinking about. It's like the stuff coming out of my mouth as I brush. I'm like,
hold on, I got to spit.
Got to get that mint stripe. Number 3, pulled muscles. Depending on the position, having sex can put some unique strains on muscles, whether it's from twisting, thrusting, or whatever other crazy stuff you get up to.
Twisting.
Back muscles are particularly vulnerable.
I just like the idea. It's like people are having sex with that. Twist, thrust.
It's like an exercise.
Yeah.
Breathe.
Twist, thrust.
Oh. Push through. I know you're tired.
You can do this.
You want those results? Number 2.
Right. You want to go to that nice restaurant?
You wanted to do this before dinner. Not my fault you're tired. Let's go. Number 2, vaginal tearing.
Oh, no. Oh, God. Jeez. Okay. All right.
Wasn't it a movie on Lifetime?
It was. No. It's on Nickelodeon.
Right.
Vaginal tearing. Oh, no.
The name of music festival.
The Lifetime movie premiere of Vaginal Tearing.
Starring Judith White.
Date Judy Dench.
Oh, God.
Should have just taken the episiotomy.
Thanks, Red Festival. We are Vaginal Tearing.
We're going to rip it up in here tonight. All right. Thank you.
No.
Thank you.
We're going to tear your heads apart.
Turn the roof off this place. All right.
Oh, without a doubt.
Get the axe, guys.
The number 1 most wince-inducing sex-related injury. It's going to make every man in here cross his legs. Penile fracture.
That's why you don't want to do the flying.
That's my other band.
All right, coming up after us.
Penile fracture.
Are you all ready for some penile fracture? Thank our opening band, Vaginal Tearing.
All right.
Featuring foreign objects.
Supported by Twist, Thrust.
I'd go.
I know, like this festival sounds all right
How much
now.
are the tickets?
Yes. Sponsored by WebMD. A man in New York pulled a gun on a pizza delivery driver, and you will never guess why.
Why did he do that?
Told you. Tell you all about it at 5:50.
Thank you, sir. Headlines are coming up at 5:50. In the meantime, let's get a contestant on the line for Profile This at 206-421-ROCK.
Welcome to the CPAP Games live from the Hayes bedroom. It's another eventful night, Bruce.
It sure is, Ron. Steve has been flailing everywhere, struggling with his CPAP.
His wife, Michelle, is as tense as a fiddle string, trying to contain her rage.
Michelle's rolling Steve over.
There he goes, and the mask is off. Oh, my, the snoring.
Michelle throws an elbow, now a shove.
As she's leaving for the couch, taking her place is the Hayes' 100-pound lab. Bask in that dog breath, Steve.
With all this struggle, Steve should get Inspire.
Absolutely, Bruce. Inspire is a sleep apnea treatment that gives you comfortable, restful sleep with the click of a remote. That's right, a button. As you sleep, Inspire keeps you breathing normally and sleeping peacefully. There's no mask and no hose. Just sleep.
Learn more at InspireSleep.com. That's InspireSleep.com.
Inspire, sleep apnea innovation. Inspire is not for everyone. Talk to your doctor to see if it's right for you and review important safety information at inspiresleep.com.
Welcome to the CPAP Games live from the Hayes bedroom. It's another eventful night, Bruce.
It sure is, Ron. Steve has been struggling with his CPAP.
His wife, Michelle, is trying to contain her rage.
Michelle throws an elbow.
She's leaving for the couch.
Steve should get Inspire.
Absolutely, Bruce. Inspire is a sleep apnea treatment that gives you comfortable, restful sleep with the click of a remote. There's no mask and no hose. Just sleep.
Learn more at inspiresleep.com.
Inspire is not for everyone. Talk to your doctor to see if it's right for you and review important safety information at inspiresleep.com.
What's up? It's your boy, the Ted Smith. Thanks for listening to the Men's Room Daily Podcast. Want more? Check out the greatest podcast in all the land, the podcast. Be sure to subscribe and listen to a brand new episode every Tuesday night.
Party, we made it to Drink It Time.
Somebody out there deserves to be recognized. And the Men's Room knows just who it is. So to you we say, bottoms up, sailor. You're the toast of our shot of the day.
Drink time it is, and as usual, we head to the drink desk and Steve at Throw Hill to find out who we're toasting.
Yes, indeed. Today we toast 61-year-old Alan Granger of somewhere in the UK. Now, like a lot of people, Alan is proud of his name, so much so that he has his name tattooed on both his hand and on his arm, A-L-L-A-N. Well, he recently got a hold of his birth certificate and found out his name has been spelled wrong his entire life. It's only one L. It's A-L-A-N. Yeah, he's spelling his name wrong his entire life.
Oh, my God.
His entire life.
That'll happen.
Yeah, I guess.
But if it's the only way he knew.
That's all he ever knew. Then he finally saw his birth certificate, and he's like, I will be goddamn. But keep in mind, there's 2 tattoos of his name on his body. So now you have 2
Why did he tell anybody?
Actually, his daughter's like 28. Basically, she outed him.
Oh, okay.
Like, you are not going to believe this, my dumbass dad. Yeah, so.
Right, I would not have told a soul.
Yeah, I don't think it was his idea to bring it up. So we pour this booze, and we drink this booze because we think it's yummy.
Yummy!
So over the tongue and down the throat to party in our tummies.
Down the hola, bichola!
The Men's Room presents Profile This.
And Steve at Throw Hill, could you please tell everyone how Profile This is played?
I sure can, Miles. It's a simple game where we share with you a real-life news story, something that happened right here on planet Earth. And as you listen to the story, based on the stereotypes you believe to be true of people and the decisions that people make, we'll ask you what it is you think makes the story a story. Hello, Kyle. Welcome to the Men's Room.
What's up, fellas?
Hola. All right, Kyle, you understand how this here game is played?
Yeah.
All right, fantastic. You have your choice of one of 3 stories, The Wonderful World of Drugs. We have Bite Me, in other words, what did someone find in their food? And finally, Interior Decorating, where you guess the foreign object that ended up on the inside of someone.
Let's go with the Wonderful World of Drugs.
Drugs it is. A woman who was driving a 10-year-old child under the influence of drugs has been banned from driving for a year. Chelsea Rose, she was stopped by officers who were concerned about her slurred speech and dilated pupils. Well, she failed a drug wipe on the side of the road in the early hours. This happened back in June. She also had 2 men and a 10-year-old boy as passengers in her car. Now, back at the police station, Rose failed to provide a specimen of blood for a drug analysis. But a few weeks later in court, she did admit and plead guilty to having drugs on her. So now she cannot drive for the next 12 months, and she was fined $180. What was she high on? This is over in England, by the way. Cocaine, crack, meth, or weed?
Boy, that's like the most generic one I've heard you guys do in a long time. Boy, dilated eyes, slurred words. I'm just going to go crack. That's just my instinct. I have a good hunch on this one. What about you guys?
Ted?
Did you say what part of England?
Bristol, FedEx.
A rover, huh? That doesn't help. But it was crack yesterday, so I think this lady's got the money to do old school cocaine.
Okay. Right. And what was the third option, Steve? Cocaine, crack, what else?
Meth or weed.
Meth or weed. Okay.
But again, I just don't know how much meth gets into England.
I don't know.
You know what I'm going to say? I'm going to say that this woman was on the weed.
But does weed dilate your pupils?
I don't know. I know.
I don't think it does.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know.
Right? I was like, no, you're good, dude.
We're going to find out what she was on. Cocaine, crack, meth, or weed next.
That was a tease.
Welcome to the CPAP Games live from the Hayes bedroom. It's another eventful night, Bruce.
It sure is, Ron. Steve has been flailing everywhere, struggling with his CPAP.
His wife, Michelle, is as tense as a fiddle string, trying to contain her rage.
Michelle's rolling Steve over.
There he goes, and the mask is off. Oh, my, the snoring.
Michelle throws an elbow, now a shove.
As she's leaving for the couch, taking her place is the Hayes' 100-pound lab. Bask in that dog breath, Steve.
With all this struggle, Steve should get Inspire.
Absolutely, Bruce. Inspire is a sleep apnea treatment that gives you comfortable, restful sleep with the click of a remote. That's right, a button. As you sleep, Inspire keeps you breathing normally and sleeping peacefully. There's no mask and no hose. Just sleep.
Learn more at InspireSleep.com. That's InspireSleep.com.
Inspire, sleep apnea innovation. Inspire is not for everyone. Talk to your doctor to see if it's right for you and review important safety information at InspireSleep.com.
99.9 KISW. We return to the men's room with Miles and Thrill.
All right, category is drugs on profile. This is a woman who was driving over in England with a child under the age of 10. She was under the influence of drugs. Had two guys in the car with her, and she also had the drugs that she was on. Question is, did she have cocaine, crack, meth, or weed?
And that is the very question that we posed to our contestant, Kyle. Kyle guessed crack. Kyle guessed wrong. Hey, Ted Smith, you said she's got the money. Cocaine is huge in England, right?
Especially in Bristol.
Yeah, sweet. Those Bristol powder noses.
You know how they love it.
God, the Bristol marching powder. Yeah.
No.
It was not. Miles, you went weed.
I went weed.
Yes. Yes. Yeah,
I almost thought it could be weed.
Yeah, high on the green lettuce.
Yeah. I think weed's still kind of a big deal over there, right?
Kind of. Well, she got a $180 fine, and they kind of sent her on her way. So,
all right.
Any of the other ones, they're taking her ass
I have
to
a
jail.
feeling that's why they pulled them over. They smelled it coming out of the car. Or when they walked up and gave her a ticket, like, okay, you guys get the weed. Where's the weed?
Yeah, man.
It's hard. I've known a few cops over the years. They're like, yeah, we can smell it.
Yes,
of course.
But I know so many people that just, I shouldn't say anymore, but I used to know so many people that just cruised around.
Only when it wasn't
with the window down?
Yeah.
Yeah, when it was still illegal, they're like, oh, yeah, man, I'm smoking a blunt in the car. Like, okay.
Right.
Now, Roll TV News all-time time for TV Time with Ted.
And now, because your pathetic life is confined to countless hours in front of a talking box, the Men's Room presents TV Time with Ted.
A little scared there, Mike.
I know. We're good.
All right, you got Seth Meyers.
Seth Meyers.
The Jimmies. Or Ted Smith.
Is it Ted or is it late night?
It is right there on the title. These guys have talented teams of writers that help them come up with their monologues each and every night. It is up to you to determine, is this an actual late night joke and from whom? Or could it be a The Ted Smith original?
Canadian confectionery Candy Funhouse is looking for a chief candy officer to taste candy and get paid $78,000. So if your day is bad, just remember somebody is making more money than you to eat candy.
Fallon. Ted Smith.
Smith.
So close.
Oh, I almost had him. Tinder just announced that its CEO is stepping down. She's been there for less than a year, but ironically, is still the longest ever relationship on Tinder.
Fallon. Yeah, Fallon.
That's Fallon.
Tinder just announced that their CEO is stepping down. Yep, she's been there less than a year, but ironically, it's still the longest ever relationship on Tinder.
According to the latest numbers, after Taco Bell brought back the Mexican pizza to its menu in May, demand was 7 times higher than when it was previously available. Also 7 times higher, the people ordering them.
Seth Meyers. Yeah, Seth Meyers.
Yeah, it's Seth.
According to the latest numbers, after Taco Bell brought back the Mexican pizza to its menu in May, demand was 7 times higher than when the item was previously available. Also 7 times higher, the people ordering them.
Mexican pizza. FEMA just warned that its FEMA software isn't updated so that it could be hacked to send out fake emergency alerts. Even worse is FEMA heard and was like, oh no, that message didn't come from us.
Fallon?
Myers.
That's valid.
FEMA just warned that if the software for the National Alert System isn't updated, it can be hacked to send out fake emergency alerts. Even worse, FEMA heard it was like, oh no, that message didn't come from us.
I recently passed a quiz on security.
Like what kind of security?
Just authentication. Multi.
Okay. Yeah, I got to do that. They sent me a quote, friendly reminder.
So Bob Saget. Bob Saget, who passed away, unfortunately. He has hosted a fundraising event for scleroderma research for the last 30 years. But obviously, when he passed away, people weren't sure what was going to happen. So it's called Cool Comedy Hot Cuisine, and it's hosted by John Mayer, Jimmy Kimmel, and Jeff Ross. Jeff says Bob's show must go on until they find a cure. I want to say that Bob Saget had lost somebody close to him with this disease, and was part of the reason he was such a staunch supporter of it, and this and that. Obviously, if you remember anything when he passed away, I think it was Jeff Ross and John Mayer who drove down and got I can't remember if they got his ashes or his body from the, or you know what, they went down and got his car.
Okay.
Because his car was still in the airport, because I want to say he was working a gig in Florida where he passed away.
Correct.
But there's obviously, I think it's really cool those guys are going to host it. Jeff Ross, to me is easily the best roasting.
Roaster. Yeah.
Maybe ever. Did you ever see the one where he went to jail?
No. What, he's roasting inmates?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he had a couple specials. One was he was roasting inmates. He did one where he was just he would do the complete opposites. He'd roast the cops in an episode and then go to jail and roast the inmates. And it's hard to explain because he's in a real jail or prison.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
These guys are not people you joke with.
Right. And I mean, he does it. And it's not just making fun. He loosens them up so nice that by the end he's kind of taking personal shots, but nobody cares. But Miles is right. This isn't playing around. These are not
right. And the guys he's making fun of are guys you would never in your life think that it would be okay to say anything other than, "Hi, sir, how are you? I hope you're having a wonderful day."
Yeah.
In jail.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Jeff Ross also is so good at roasting that, whenever you saw those roast battles and this and that, it never comes off as oh, Jeff Ross really dislikes that person.
No, not at all.
Whereas sometimes, you see it all the time in a group of friends. You know what I mean? You're kind of roasting your buddies or whatever. And some people, it's that's not a roast. You're just being mean.
Right.
And I don't know how to explain that line. It's one of those ones you just
kind of know.
Yeah, you know when you cross it, right? And you can tell by the reaction of the crowd.
Yeah.
Anyhow, but the comedy lineup includes Nikki Glazer, Howie Mandel, Joe McHale, who's a Seattle guy, John Stamos, who's just attractive.
Stamos.
The
Stay Man.
And Kevin Nealon.
Huh.
I always like Kevin Nealon.
Yeah, I remember him doing Weekend Update. I thought he was awesome at it. I don't feel like I see enough Kevin Nealon anymore.
I was just thinking, what has he done? Didn't he? No, I don't know.
Well, this is years ago, but he was great in Happy Gilmore. I'm sure he's doing something I just can't think of it or we don't know about it.
Of course.
I'm sure he still probably tours as well.
Oh, yeah.
He's a good stand-up and this and that. It'd be pretty cool to see. The benefit's going down September 21st in Beverly Hills. Tickets start at $500, but there's already a wait list for the $500 cheap seats.
And they should remind people, whatever the fund is, if you don't get the tickets, to go there to donate some money.
Right. For sure.
That's the whole point.
Yeah, and with that lineup, it's in Beverly Hills. You'd have to imagine the rest of the seats are super expensive. So I'm not shocked there's a wait list for a $500 ticket, which I don't know. Miles, we'll tell the story about paying $250 to see Prince down at the Showbox.
But it was Prince.
Right, but I'm saying $500's a very expensive thing, but I think you're going to be in a private environment with a bunch of good comedians. Mm-hmm. Look, John Mayer's not going to show up and there's a stage and he's not going to shred his guitar.
Right.
I feel pretty confident that he's going to play music. So I don't know.
Sleep with somebody's girl.
Sure.
I get
all the things.
All the things. Oh, John.
So I guess if I lived down there in California, maybe I'd shell out the money for it.
Sure.
Yeah. Well, it's already a wait list. Mm-hmm. What else is going on? This time of year, it's kind of exciting. Obviously, you're in the middle of the summer for Seattle. We are literally in the middle of our summer. A lot of people started in late May, early June. But today's the first preseason football game for the NFL. I'm sure a lot of people are football junkies like we are, so you're excited to watch it. And the game's been delayed.
The game has been.
Well, again, like we were saying, like you're trying to hold an outdoor event in Ohio in August.
Right. Counting on thunderstorms, etc.
Correct. And I feel like that game has either been rained out or postponed before.
I think so.
Because of torrential downpours.
Yep.
I will say this, and not knowing a lot about exactly what the facilities are in Canton, Ohio, I've heard people bitch about them before, but I did see a couple pictures. And the field looks much better than it has in previous years.
All right.
So it doesn't look as bad. But people used to complain, like, you're going to hurt people out here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the turf, or was it grass?
It was grass, but it was just a terrible...
Well, it's a high school stadium field, I believe, during the rest of the year.
But it never... I don't know how often it gets used or how much they care about the upkeep on it. But apparently it's not up to their standards.
Which is fair.
Yeah, of course. It's the NFL, man.
Yeah. Right, I mean, we've seen it, right? You've seen it in other games, right? It's the NFL. You can't have those guys getting hurt.
No.
But yeah, everybody's in camp. The weird thing is that they play this game so early, mainly just because you have the Hall of Fame inductions coming up on Saturday or Sunday. But then it's a week. I want to say it's a week till next Thursday or Friday where everybody starts playing.
Right.
So for Seattle fans, like I told Mike, I was like, if I had to guess, I think they play next Saturday at 4 p.m. I don't know, but that would be my guess. But yeah, that game's delayed. But yeah, the football junkie in me, I'm going to go home and watch it.
Of course.
Yeah, I just want to see some live hitting. I just want to see people hit,
and they want to hit each other. Like they're ready to start hitting someone who's not their teammate.
Yeah. And trust me, offense is beautiful. I love red zone, but I love watching people hit. All right, Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis, another cast members from that 70s show, filmed appearances on the upcoming Netflix spinoff, That 90s Show.
Oh, that's right. I forgot they were doing that.
Ashton called the experience both super nostalgic and really odd. So the decision to go back was a no-brainer, though. He says, quote, Mila and I were contemplating it. We thought, listen, we're only in the position we're in because of that show. So let's just go back and do this. So we went back and had fun for a week. It was so random and fun.
As long as they enjoyed it.
Yeah, and it is weird because they've both become such massive stars and this and that. I still think it's kind of funny that Ashton Kutcher married Demi Moore, right? Because remember on the show, those two were always right. Him and Mila Kunis were always together. And like he marries Kutcher. I don't know if she'd been married before, and then in real life, in the end, they ended up together. I was like, all right. Yeah.
See what you're doing there, Ashton.
But he's also my age. So I don't blame him. Like, I would have married Demi Moore, too. It's like I always say about Nick Cannon when he married Mariah Carey. And people were like, she doesn't look like she used to. It's like, right. But we grew up with her being just like a dripping sex goddess.
A dripping sex goddess.
I love the way you drip.
It's my champagne drip. Topher Grace, Laura Papillon, and William Valderrama also filmed some appearances. Basically, yeah, the show brings back Kitty and Red Foreman, who are spending their summer watching their grandchildren, who are the daughter of Topher and Lisa's characters, which makes sense. Now it's the 90s. It's also crazy to me. Now, granted, I'm in my 40s, but it is wild to me that, like, I'm going to watch a show that's nostalgic about the 90s.
Yeah, it'll bug you. Like one of the shows, like, the decade that was, don't do the 90s. And I'm like, in my mind, it does not seem that long ago. But when you start watching the stuff that was going on, the hairstyles, the clothes, you're like,
my kids don't know it.
Yeah, they have no idea, right?
Right.
Yeah, I mean, it's right. It's like, right, especially when you listen to genres of music.
Sure.
Because, like, if you like rap, I mean, basically, like, the mid-90s, I mean, it's where
that was high time, right?
Gangster rap shows up, and it's, like, created a whole genre, but it's, like, at the time, it didn't seem anything that crazy. I remember people not being so pumped we were listening to it, which also sounds crazy, because now there's whole stations that play all the quote-unquote gangster songs that my mom was worried about us listening to, and now it's like, what do we call it, like soccer mom rock?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So that'd be a little different one. Like, all right, I guess I'm nostalgic for the 90s because
there's also now a 90s kind of musical format on the radio.
What do they play?
They're playing like Matchbox 20.
All right, yeah,
that type of stuff. Third Eye Blind, I guess. The theme from Friends, that crap.
Toad the Wet. You already say Toad the Wet Rocket.
I'm sure they didn't play.
Collective Soul, that crap.
Yeah,
the Sonic Styrofoam. They were neither good nor bad. They were just kind of there.
crash test dummies.
Third eye blind.
Well, I mean, right, that's what I'm saying. I mean, look, right down there, you got the rap stations I'm talking about. Like, yeah, you should have that. Because, I mean, that stuff was all played on rock stations in the 90s. But, like, I can't imagine KSW playing that music.
I probably dipped into it a little bit.
I'm sure, because it was huge at the time.
Goo Goo Dolls and Toad the Wet, whatever, Jen Blossoms.
Because, I mean, I remember still listening to, you know, what was the big one in D.C. and Baltimore? Was HFS or DC 101? But, like, they played all those bands.
Oh, sure. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. They still kind of do, just there.
Oh, do
Check
they really?
out the morning show.
It was on in New York, you know.
It was also in D.C. where I saw Johnny Resnick from the Goo Goo Dolls get hit with that shoe.
Oh, that's why he got the plastic surgery.
Why did he get hit by a shoe? Was he on stage performing?
Right. You got to keep in mind, this event is down in front of the Capitol on asphalt. Right. It's June. People are drinking a lot. And I forget the two bands they had before, but they were a little louder. And then the Goo Goo Dolls were going to be the headliner, the closer. So people are throwing stuff. And as soon as he steps up to the microphone and goes, if you guys throw one more thing, we're walking off the stage. Thump. Somebody hit him with a shoe. Which also always begged the question, how did the dude without a shoe get home?
Now, is that the DC 101 chili cook-off?
That's exactly what it was.
They have it at the hottest time of the year.
Yeah.
Correct.
To eat chili.
Why would you do that? It's like having, can you imagine, like, Miles' Soup Festival. Come down and get a big hot bowl of soup in
July 4th.
In the middle of August.
Right.
Soup. It's like, what the hell are they thinking on that one? I'm coming down for a bowl of chili and it's 105 degrees
on asphalt.
God almighty. Like, who does that? Who would do that to someone? You'd be handing like ice cream sandwiches out.
Right.
God.
Yeah, and it's different than Seattle, right? Like last weekend, people were kind of caught off guard because it was warm for here.
Sure.
But you're right. In the D.C. area, you know the third week of June or whatever it is.
It's like a blizzard and you're selling snow cones. You got a snow cone stand. Here's a snow cone. Like, no.
Right. Like,
no, dude. Hot chocolate. Something.
You know it's going to be hot. It's like, what are you doing?
Who doesn't? Well, it's been very successful for them.
Has anybody in here ever played pickleball?
I have not.
Miles, you haven't?
I've seen all the courts in Palm Springs. That's the majority of the places I've seen. And that's where I learned about it, even though I know it's from here.
Okay.
I've just never seen it.
Mike?
Just in grade school gym.
No kidding. I want to go play it. I'm
I've
excited
never played
about
in my life. Do you have a date to play it, or is this something you want to do?
No. I asked her, but...
Let me ask you a question. What's the ball? Is the ball like a ping pong ball, tennis ball? Because you're not hitting it that far. So
it's a pickleball.
What is it?
Full.
Like, how does it feel?
It looks like a ball that you would give your dog. Like it's a small rubber ball.
Yeah, it's a plastic.
Does it have holes in it?
It's got paddles and a plastic ball. It's a mix between like tennis, mini tennis, and table tennis.
Right.
Right? And it's a smaller version of a tennis court.
Sure.
But it's gotten so big now. Like, I knew it started here. It's big in in Arizona and stuff, but I mean, it has swept the nation. There's now even televised celebrity pickleball matches. I'm like, I have a friend that I just know through traveling, and she lives like in the Midwest, and it's always like pickleball night.
Yeah, man, when I was growing up, for whatever reason, it was racquetball. There was racquetball clubs.
Everywhere.
It was huge. And then that whole thing just kind of went away. And I mean, like, it was there one minute and a day.
Because you had to pay money.
Yeah, but it was still like part of a gym. Like, they had the Big Vanilla in Baltimore.
But you still had to pay money. Even if you just wanted to play racket, you still had to
We had a handball court by my house where I grew up.
Really?
Oh, yeah. People love playing handball.
Big-ass wall handball? Like,
yeah.
Caribbean? Get out of here. That's
yeah, man.
All right, maybe we'll get some NFL football on.
Hopefully, I can check and see, but folks, I'm telling you, there is supposed to be actual live hitting in NFL football on tonight with the Hall of Fame game.
Oh, they
kicked off?
No.
False.
Oh, what? No.
Yeah, well, it says first quarter.
Yeah, I think it's
yeah, 1st and 10.
All right.
There's football on, folks.
All right, good news.
Enjoy it. You won't know any of the players after the second series because it's all the dudes
No, they've already taken them out. Once the false warm-up. Thanks, Ed. You're listening to the Men's Room.
Welcome to the CPAP Games live from the Hayes bedroom. It's another eventful night, Bruce.
It sure is, Ron. Steve has been flailing everywhere, struggling with this CPAP.
His wife, Michelle, is as tense as a fiddle string, trying to contain her rage.
Michelle's rolling Steve over.
There he goes, and the mask is off. Oh, my, the snoring.
Michelle throws an elbow, now a shove.
As she's leaving for the couch, taking her place is the Hayes' 100-pound lab. Bask in that dog breath, Steve.
With all this struggle, Steve should get Inspire.
Absolutely, Bruce. Inspire is a sleep apnea treatment that gives you comfortable, restful sleep with the click of a remote. That's right, a button. As you sleep, Inspire keeps you breathing normally and sleeping peacefully. There's no mask and no hose. Just sleep.
Learn more at inspiresleep.com. That's inspiresleep.com.
Inspire, sleep apnea innovation. Inspire is not for everyone. Talk to your doctor to see if it's right for you and review important safety information at inspiresleep.com.
99.9 KISW. The Men's Room returns with Miles and Thrill.
All right, here we go. New York man who didn't realize a family member ordered a pizza pulls a gun on the delivery man. Meanwhile, we stay in New York as cold fries leaves McDonald's employees in the hospital using a bedpan. Florida woman with open bottle of Jack takes golf cart on the highway. Kangaroo in Alabama still not found has obviously lost his way. And the London Zoo puts a handbag on display. They also inquire about my wallet. It is time for a headline.
Now, it's time to hit the headlines. Here's my car.
Top story, we go to New York where a man had to defend himself from a merciless villain. A wily police driver had sauntered their way up to the man's door and had the audacity to knock on it to deliver his package. That's when the man pulled his Glock 40 and pointed it at the driver, insisting that he had not ordered the pizza. Turned out the pizza was ordered by a family member of the man and had it delivered to his house. Nevertheless, the man was arrested for menacing and criminal possession of a firearm, and an investigation is ongoing.
Jesus.
I understand protecting your stuff.
I just want to deliver pizza, man.
Maybe don't open that interaction with a gun pointed at somebody. In other news, we stay in New York for even more fun with guns. A woman placed and received her order from a local McDonald's, but later returned to the counter to complain that her fries were too cold.
Uh-oh.
The argument heated to the point that it was actually moved outside between her and the employee while the woman's son was on the phone. The son eventually made his way to the restaurant and shot the employee in the neck.
Jesus.
The employee is in critical condition at the hospital and the man arrested.
Wow, man.
No charges immediately for the mom, but there's yet again another investigation. I wouldn't be shocked if she got some sort of charge.
I suspect that might happen.
A quick-thinking truck driver in Florida may well have saved a life. She was traveling down the interstate in Florida when she noticed a golf cart lumbering down the center lane. After noticing the driver of the golf cart was passing out behind the wheel, she actually used her truck to steer the cart over to the shoulder and took the key out of the cart. When officers got to her and attempted to place her under arrest, the woman insisted that she needed her bag to go with her. Inside, they found an open bottle of Jack Daniel's whiskey.
All right. The Florida way.
She was arrested on several charges. She's drinking the good stuff.
Hello, beverage, huh? Actually, no, you can't do that.
Can't do that.
No,
That's not
all.
allowed. In a golf cart, though, I feel like drinking's almost a given.
I would assume you're drunk.
On the golf course.
Right. I just hope that you keep it at least, on the course. We go to Japan for a story that sends all of our faces into our palms. A man attempting to sell his $53,000 Rolex watch agreed to meet a potential buyer in the parking lot of a secondhand store. That's where all your
come on, man.
That's where all your good transactions go down. The buyer approached the car and had a look at the watch, and then made a request of the seller to go inside and buy the two of them some tea.
Come on.
For whatever reason, the seller agreed, taking about 2 minutes to come out with the beverages to find, shocker, the potential buyer was nowhere to be found along with his watch.
You don't say.
Luckily, he did video the entire encounter with the buyer, which should help in finding the thief. And the story was like, there was some victim blaming that went on in the comment section of the videos. Well, yeah.
When you're stupid.
I understand trusting people and assuming the good in people. There's a limit. Sometimes not presenting quite that vulnerable of a situation is warranted here.
I think part of the limit is you're selling a $55,000 item.
Yeah, at a secondhand store parking lot.
Right. Or you don't give that to somebody and then just walk in like, oh, I'll get the tea.
Right. Don't worry, he's good for it. He'll wait there for me. Hey, it's a watch. Maybe come in and we'll both go get the tea. How's that sound? Alabama authorities and animal control are working together to capture an animal on the loose. It's not a dog, it's not a deer, it's the all-natural Alabama kangaroo.
Oh, yeah. Sounds like a drink.
The animal is not believed. The Alabama kangaroo.
I'll drink one.
It's not believed to have escaped from any local exotic farm or zoo, so they're attempting to find the owner while also advising the public to not approach it if they find it.
The Alabama kangaroo.
Leave it alone.
Did you do the sex move?
Yeah. For your headlines with that, Mike Hawkins.
Thank you, sir. We appreciate it. More Men's Room up next. Dirty Big Dummy on the Men's Room Happy Hour.
Yes, indeed, it's all true, but in the meantime, well, we be all about this bitch for 180 seconds or so. So until then, please do what you do best. And for Aletha's sake, stay beautiful.
The Men's Room has been taped before a live studio audience. Wardrobe and makeup provided by Mantastic Limited. This has been a presentation of the Men's Room Radio Network.
Oh, man!
A Double Flush production.
Welcome to the CPAP Games live from the Hayes bedroom. It's another eventful night, Bruce.
It sure is, Ron. Steve has been flailing everywhere, struggling with his CPAP.
His wife, Michelle, is as tense as a fiddle string, trying to contain her rage.
Michelle's rolling Steve over.
There he goes, and the mask is off. Oh, my, the snoring.
Michelle throws an elbow, now a shove.
And she's leaving for the couch. Taking her place is the Hayes' 100-pound lab. Bask in that dog breath, Steve.
With all this struggle, Steve should get Inspire.
Absolutely, Bruce. Inspire is a sleep apnea treatment that gives you comfortable, restful sleep with the click of a remote. That's right, a button. As you sleep, Inspire keeps you breathing normally and sleeping peacefully. There's no mask and no hose. Just sleep.
Learn more at InspireSleep.com. That's InspireSleep.com.
Inspire, sleep apnea innovation. Inspire is not for everyone. Talk to your doctor to see if it's right for you and review important safety information at InspireSleep.com.